Hey guys, Tales of Turam here. We're back with the island campaign. We've been missing a few campaigns because stuff keeps getting in the way, and some of my players are pissing me off. Anyways, um, yeah, today we're playing with the whole group, I think, right? Let's see, yeah.
Believe so.
Yes. I'm here.
But Parasite, or should I say Shadowy, needs to go do some other shit, so he'll be back. I don't care about the cuss in the first 30 seconds. Uh, but, anyways, um, here with Chicken, Gesh, Marius, and Zeus. If any of you would like to say hi.
Hello.
Alright.
Yo, mama.
And yeah, we have two new characters coming in today. And apparently I have to write the backstory for every character in this campaign, it seems like. Anyways. So, where do we start now? Oh yeah, let's start off with what happened last session. Last session, the party had. Did you guys kill the boss last session, or were you dealing with what happened after? I can't remember.
I think we kicked his ass, and then the after effects of kicking his ass.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, the party fought against the Iron Elemental, the strange amorphous piece of iron that seemed to be able to change its shape at will to an extent, of course. The large elemental that kicked their ass. Eventually, after a few good hits, the party managed to whittle it down before realizing that the crystal in the center of the room was the thing keeping it alive, the glowing crystal that was healing them as well during the fight. And as the elemental started to go towards a new individual, a halfling that joined in, just dropped in halfway through the fight, the party destroyed the crystal. Everyone went unconscious, except for Marius' character, and they eventually escaped the mine as it was collapsing. After speaking with Yoletta, the party eventually turned in a stone to her, as well as received their reward. Agni was crushed to death, and that was when they were escaping the mine. The party then decided to head back to Shardward, and they did some downtime things, a few things before the night came, and they were invited during night to the Mayor's Manor by Lillian. I keep forgetting the name. I'm sorry, Liliana or Lillian. I can't remember the name. I have Lillians and Lilianas throughout my campaigns. But she then went to make sure that Velos wasn't going to die in the forest from an explosion. And as Velos and her went to the forest, some private things happened. And she returned, mentioning that Velos was planning to leave in the morning and wished to get some sleep, and did not wish to impose upon Lord Steelfeather. The party then sat down in the middle of Steelfeather's beautiful manors dining room and began to count their coin, distribute their goods between them, as well as the magic items, and began to determine some of these magic items. At this point, as the moving of coins and metal is finishing up and you guys begin to close the small chest, it is at this point you begin to hear the sounds of footsteps approaching the main manor dining room door. And let me get some music started. If you guys would like to do any role play before we get into that, feel free. Do you guys hear Viber, the music bot?
No.
There we go.
No.
As soon as I ask.
Jarian raises his hand and a swirling of blood and steel forms in it. It extends out into the form of a grand rapier.
It would be iron, but not steel. Yeah, specifically.
Well, okay, fine, yes. A mixture of iron and... It extends out to the form and rapier.
Is he cutting out for anybody else?
Yes.
Yes.
Was it...
Severely.
All right, let me ask this one more time. Who's on phone here?
Me.
Gesh, don't you have a computer?
Yes, but for some fucking reason, my PC just doesn't like my Discord just doesn't like me using my PC apparently.
It doesn't like you using your phone either. Anyways, welcome back, Marius.
Sure. Good to do that.
So you raise your hand in a swirl of
How's
blood.
my right now? See, Tess, how is my audio right now?
It's cutting out to shit,
Am I
man.
coming?
Guys, anybody watching, we planned, like, we went over audio issues before we entered the session, just so you guys are aware. Marius,
I'm gonna work with what I got right here.
it seems like
we'll see what
Viber is
happens.
fucking you up, so do you just want to mute Viber?
Yes, I can hear you.
Mute Viber.
That's probably a good idea.
Same with probably anybody on phone, because it seems to mess up your fucking mics whenever you have it not muted. Am I cutting out?
No.
No, you're perfectly fine.
Okay, no one's responding, that's why I'm asking.
Even let me ask it. Fine. You're absolutely fine. You're absolutely fine. Fiber does not want me to access functions.
That's a lie, because you should be able to access functions. Everyone can access functions on Viber, man.
No. Yeah, it kept giving me that loading screen, but I finally managed to get to the main stream, and now it's mute.
Okay. Yeah, you're not cutting out as much anymore. Viber is what messes up with your, or any music bot in general, messes up audio cues for people on phone or some people with bad internet. So if we start saying, hey, you need to rejoin the call, you should just mute music bot immediately. Anyways.
That's fine.
So what were you saying, Marius?
Yeah, no, it's fine. We'll just move the way we are. I just show off my new blood and iron weapon.
Mm-hmm. So Marius
Put it
basically,
away.
Marius has been looking at this strange like piece of the Iron Elemental's blade that it was using that got chopped off. As he's looking at it, it almost melts into the same amorphous iron in his hands, and you see it enters into one of the wounds and just like a slime disappears into his hand. And you can see it moves along the veins a little bit. You can see a small bulge before it just vanishes into his arm. Anyways, anything else people want to add into this scene? Ruby?
No.
Okay, so the doors swing open as you see a few elves, about 2 elves and a dwarf, following behind, in maid and butler attire, very patchy though, walking in after Liliana, who at this point has, you remember her new garb, it seems to be more browns and greens, almost natural colors rather than purples and blues. As she walks in, she looks to you all. Apologies for the wait. Apologies for the wait. Your dinner, as requested. And she steps out of the way as a few of these serving carts come through. As they do, they come to the side of this large table. Are you guys sitting all near each other, or are you sitting at different parts of the table? There's like enough room here to sit 15 people.
I'd assume I'd be pretty close to the others as we were going. We were looking over our reward.
All right. So
I would say to the group, just in case it goes no.
what were you saying, Marius? I couldn't hear you.
I would stay close to the group just in case something goes down and you need to walk out of the back.
Okay, and you guys haven't taken a long rest. You've only taken a short rest, remember. Anyways, so, at this point, the platters and different serving dishes are placed in front of you as their tops are pulled off, and these steaming pieces of meat and vegetables, this array and spread of them are spread out before you. You see green beans, large fruits that seem to be, I don't know who's in the background, but large pieces of fruits and more natural means picked from the forests around. You see cabbages, you see small watermelons and peaches. Thank you, Gesh. Hello?
Hey,
You see pieces of deer meat and other hunted creatures large on the bone. You see full-on pieces of large pork and other creatures that are harvested. You see small pieces of poultry. You see laid before you a barrel next to the sides of you of wine. Of ale, as well as some wine bottles placed upon this charcuterie kind of based cornucopia. As you look around, there are a lot of things here. There's milk, water, wine, ale, juice. There's meats, vegetables, fruits. It's all laid before you, and Liliana sits down at one of the edges of the table and pulls up a wine glass. Well, to the successful reclamation of the mine. And she holds up a wine glass as if to start a toast.
yeah, so
I would take a glass of ale. As I put it to my lips, I do not drink it, but I make the impression that I'm drinking.
Roll me a deception check.
Deception, that is not the best for me.
What was the name of the... I can't remember now for some reason. The scavenger or the archaeologist that I mentioned last week? Or 2 weeks ago, sorry.
So researcher,
I have no clue.
Yeah, the researcher. What was his name? The one who was looking into the... I asked you guys to write it down.
alright, so
I don't remember. I remember him being unconscious most of the
No, not him.
time.
The guy who was going to give you a mission to
excuse
escort
me
him.
if I didn't write that down.
I swear,
Sure.
I'm no longer taking notes for you guys, just so you're aware. If you ask, hey, what was that guy's name from 3 sessions ago? I'm going to say, you don't know. Just so you're aware now. So, I hope you guys are ready to take notes actually now.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
I should have it here, but I just... Okay, so, yeah, no, my notes here say we need a group name, there's a town looking for adventurers, and we did find the researcher, but I don't have a name for the researcher, which is
The
really
researcher
weird.
is not who I'm talking about. You're talking about the person who went into the mine and was unconscious. That's not who I'm talking about. The researcher, the
That's
one
not
who is
you.
looking to hire a party to go research a ruin north of here. That is who I'm talking about. You're getting the two mixed up, confused.
Okay. Unfortunately, it would appear that I did not save my notes
Okay, well,
with that particular information.
I mean, I give you guys information on what you should do for the story, and none of you write anything down. Good to know. So, who's drinking, who's eating, who wants what?
Ragnos, no, remembering some peculiarities with this particular version of Liliana is going to also, uh, put put the glass to his lips and only pretend to sip it.
Okay, roll me a deception check too.
I would actually take a sip.
Okay.
All right, so 22.
Let me pull up the stat page here. Creations. Is that how I spell it? Okay. Okay, there it is. Alright, what's passive perception here? Actually, technically it would be passive insight. No, perception makes sense here. Okay. So, as the halfling and Shabri, what's your character again?
Ragnos the tiefling.
As the tiefling and the halfling seem to seemingly drink their alcohol, you pass this check. Liliana drinks some of the wine and looks over to you, Marius. It is a waste if you pour yourself a cup and do not drink it. I would recommend that you do not do that before you finish that cup.
I am merely going slowly. The night is young, after all. And I'd like to keep my senses about me.
Anyways, as I was mentioning earlier this night, there's a researcher. I'm just going to come up with a random name for anybody watching because I can't remember the name. That's why I asked them to write it down. There's a researcher. I may not have said the name. Now, I'm pretty sure I did, though.
You didn't.
Well, you guys rarely ever put fucking names down, so I'm 80% sure I did.
Yeah, we don't write down every random cunt in the fucking game.
Hey, it's like I gave you a fucking direction in the campaign to talk to somebody, and you guys went, oh, no, I'm not gonna write them down. Anyways. Well, the researcher, Jiraiya, we'll call it. I'll call him Jiraiya. Jiraiya is looking for a group of agents to aid him in a journey northwards towards a ruin and possibly further, depending on what he finds. A few days travel from here. He already has 2 individuals aiding him in this journey. They're actually outside the room right now. If you wouldn't mind entering, mind what they look like, please. Stepping in through the door as the door swings open, walking in with a bit of a stride in their step. Zeus, if you'd like to describe your new character.
Gotcha. Okay. My character is a large man, about 7'5". We clad in gruff and kind of aged plate armor. He mentioned the right. His skin is a deep gray, and he's covered in small rocky protrusions you can see on his hands and face. At his side, at his side is a large greatsword made of a crystal, that a green crystal.
Let me go into more detail here. So,
Yes.
the great sword the great sword this man wields seems to be a chipped and somewhat broken lime green great sword. It radiates a dull green color. The outside is lime green. It gets more to a whiter shade as it comes inwards. the greatsword itself seems to almost shoot, well, from its blade it's lime green, and as it gets to its handle, it starts to change to a shaled black rock, almost like this was just pulled out of a geode. However, the breaks and nicks and cuts upon the blade itself make it look like this blade is... And for a normal blade, it would not be usable, but looking at it, this item is definitely magical in nature. As he walks in, the dimly lit area that you find yourselves in, the few candelabras, the chandelier, and the large torch stands, well, not torch stands, but candlestick stands, almost pale in comparison to the dim lime green light that shines half a foot off of his blade. As he walks in, you swear you see as he walks behind him a layer of almost dirt seems to follow him as he seems to continue his stride inwards. Anyways, as he walks in, behind him, a little bit more sheepishly and kind of taking in the room a bit more, trying to read whoever he can at first glance, Gesh, if you wouldn't mind explaining your character, please. Gesh?
You see a very small man, about 8'3".
8
He
foot
is-
3?
Yeah,
Huh?
Small?
you can act. Yeah, the monsters of the multiverse version you can choose if you're medium or small.
No, if you're 8 foot tall, you're medium creature.
I said
You also-
3 foot. Sorry. Oh, then I meant. Sorry, I meant 3'8".
Okay.
I was about to say you wrote your thing wrong then, because you have 3'8" here. Is that
Yeah.
your actual height?
I was looking
Yeah,
at it, I was
but-
like, what the fuck? Okay. Continue,
Yeah,
continue.
due to Germany being fucked up and switching numbers in that case, my brain just fucks it up a lot.
Sorry, continue, please.
You see, you see a very small, about 3'8" tall man who just looks around, wonders. He has a big robe on, a a very ornate looking book under his arm, and just kind of stumbles around. You see that there is not much skin you can see, but what you can see is that he has very light skin, light blue skin.
As this man enters the room, wherever he walks, you almost swear you feel a slight breeze follow him. As these two enter into the room, they go and sit near Lillian on the opposite side of where you all are sitting on the table. As they pass by you, you do. Who here has a passive perception? Not the new players. Out of the normal party, who here has a passive perception of 15 or higher? Ruby,
My passive
Marius,
perception is 15 exactly.
No, 13.
Shadowy?
Yeah, I have 14, so just one under.
Marius, as they pass by you, you feel the wind from the strange short man, but you also do feel, as the man with the crystal sword passes by you, as it gets very close to you, it almost feels like a nice spring day with a breeze passing over you. You get the floral sense of sitting in a prairied field. And you just get a sense of calm that comes over you
Interesting.
as he passes by you, and then as soon as he gets about a foot away from you, the feeling disappears.
Jarian would narrow his eyes and look and wonder what exactly this creature is.
Alright. Would anybody else like to identify these two creatures?
I would, yeah.
Roll me Arcana checks.
Yeah, sure.
Alright.
I discern the new guest's nature.
Okay, go ahead and roll me Arcana checks.
Just typing that in. There we go. Alright. Does that be an 18?
Bro, Zeus, why do you never put a picture?
I'm working on it.
The first one's a 9, the second is a dirty 20.
I will say this: are you both trying to hide your identities or no?
No.
Okay. Well, wait. Why did you roll 2, Ruby? You're rolling 1.
I
for
thought you
both.
meant one for each of them.
No.
I'm an
So what
idiot.
was your first roll?
9.
God.
So,
Okay.
Oh, and I should probably mention, because of the earring, my passive perception is now 16. Just mention.
Mm-hmm. Give me a second. I'm still. Anyways, not considered monsters, by the way. Anyways,
Alright.
so as these two walk past, they walk up and sit next to Lillian, who looks to you both. Thank you for joining us. Oh, please, indulge yourselves as well. You have been taking quite a long journey so far. I heard you recently came from the capital, yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that must have been an excruciating story. I'd love to hear tale of it sometime. But if you would love to introduce yourselves to your possible new compatriots.
I'm gonna sit down at the table with a thud into the chair.
Chair breaks. It's a wood.
I let out like you feel the pain of just a sigh. This is the 5th time.
Off to a rocky start, aren't we?
very.
Can you get disadvantage too? I don't want him any advantage
You
or
guys see
anything.
Liliana's demeanor immediately go to No.
Yay! I'm going to stand up, dust myself off, and try to lightly sit in the second chair. My name is Rajos.
Roll me a dexterity save.
No, motherfucker. I'm not very dexterous at all.
These are shitty chairs.
Oh no.
I already maxed out charisma.
Oh, okay. This number plus 2. Let's see.
Max in my campaigns are 22.
21.
And I'm not maxed.
Well, 20 is what you can get when you start making a character. 22 you can increase up to that with ability score improvements, and that's
ASIs.
Yeah. Anyways, 21.
I got 21.
All right, you sit down. The chair, like it's barely holding on for dear life, but you manage to sit down.
I take a deep breath. My name is Rajos.
My name
Right.
is.
Fine, you go.
One at a,
No, you can go first.
One at a
Sorry.
time.
No, you started it.
No, you.
Fine. I am happy to make your acquaintance, and I take like
Oh,
a
this
piece
is
of meat
quite
off the table.
interesting.
interrupts again. All right. Please.
Don't just stand there, brother.
What else?
Yeah.
Is there anything interesting about you, Vrakos? Anything that you wish to tell these new individuals?
We're losing you a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're getting roboted.
Is there anything
Yeah.
interesting about you, Vrakos? Anything you would like to tell these individuals? Your skill set? Anything? Hello?
We got skill set. We got skill set.
Fucking
Skill
Christ.
You're a
sets.
bit.
Hello?
Yep.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Seems to be doing all right now.
She is asking
Now.
you to... Asking if there's anything else you would like to say to them. Like your skill set. Anything interesting about you.
Oh. Um, I personally am trained in the arts of combat. I have mastered the blade. At least this one.
As you said that, Broncos, you do see another individual who looks very big and has a large sword upon his back.
Ooh.
Or more of a rapier, but large.
I look at him and I do like a small nod. We'll have to speak later. I like what you're wielding.
It is an ancient blade. Perhaps we shall cross swords just for our own entertainment. If you have
Like fun.
truly mastered that blade. And he gives you a nod and pretends to drink his ale, but he does not.
Broncos, in your mind you hear, you have mastered nothing. I am the master here. Only Broncos hears this in his mind.
Eh.
Alex, I sit up a bit straighter. Shut up. I'm talking.
And you, small one, what is your name?
My name is Irat. I am a wizard,
Oh,
and the only interesting thing about me is that I have discovered some of the secrets of ancient dunamancy.
Huh.
Did you say Dunsmancy?
Oh, interesting.
A wizard. Well, I guess the atmosphere certainly did get more magical when you arrived.
bruh, out of character, wizards don't survive
You-
this campaign.
Yeah, you're all just ignoring the halfling who's cloaked in shadow.
No one gives a shit
Um.
about the fucking strange fucking edgelord McGee over here.
Yeah, he is a sorcerer. He is as buff as I am.
I'm gonna.
Yep.
Sorcerers
I'm gonna
have more
punch
than
my
a
brother.
D6. They have like a D8, man.
No, sorcerers have
No, it's a D6.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Sucks. Imagine.
It's for source.
but I at least have decently high con.
Anyways, back to the game.
I'm gonna punch my brother in the shoulder and go like, that just means he's a book nerd. That is not. Don't get too excited.
I fall off the chair.
I just sent him flying.
As you move too far in your chair breaks too, Broncos.
Shit.
Yeah, the thing is, my character is 33 pounds.
What the heck? Well, I have
He's made
nothing
of
to
air,
say. My
basically.
character
Yeah.
is even 75.
Yeah, I'm partially made of air. What do you expect?
Well, they don't know that. Only one person knows that.
Yeah.
Oh, Broncos, did you roll that dexterity saving throw with disadvantage?
Oh, I did not.
All right,
Let's.
your
I'll
next
roll it.
roll.
As
Yeah, your next roll.
right. Oh wait, no. I should have done it on this one, cause then it. Alright, no, never mind. Whatever.
So, as these two introduce each other, is anybody else going to introduce themselves, as they seem to have this strange rivalry between the two of them?
If I may intrude, my name is Colin Wallace, and I am a sorcerer.
Well, you're
Pretty
like
much.
horrible. Your mic quality shit out, chicken.
That bear?
Yes.
Yes.
Much.
My name is Colin Wallace. As you can see, I'm a halfling, and I'm a sorcerer of the shadows.
Interesting.
Fun. I look at him with harsh gaze.
Okay.
You may call me Jared. I am a wanderer,
Ruby, mute your mic.
and
Continue, sorry.
one who is also a practitioner of the sword. We have already discussed this, and I would like very much to get to know the two of you, especially if we are going to be traveling together.
Understood.
Right.
He gives you like a dead-eyed stare.
I look at him harder.
Lillian stands up.
He looks back at you harder.
Lillian stands up. Well, it looks like your introductions are within way. I am Lillian, as I have stated before to you two beforehand. I will be speaking with your contractor. You may speak with these individuals, get to know them. Jarian, you and your group, should you decide to take on the job, will be leaving in the morning. So, I would not recommend getting too drunk.
I do not think that it's going to be a problem, and I take another fake sip of the ale.
No, it won't be for you. She knows that you're fake sipping, man.
Yeah, and I know he knows. I don't care.
Anyway.
I know that you know that I know.
Feel free to partake in this feast that we have here, or your own festivities. I shall be going back to my own area office within this abode. I bid you a good night. I have many things to work on. And she begins to walk out.
Very well. And thank you for your hospitality.
She's already walked out.
Okay.
At this point, the door is closed.
So, Bracos, Aerate. The name's Ragnos.
You guys see a devil sitting there.
Well,
Are you legal?
legal.
I'm not sure about them, but I certainly am.
As in drinking age? I'm assuming you're talking about that.
More of is allowed in public. Last time I checked. Nah.
Well,
Not wrong.
A different place.
well, I haven't gotten many problems. So I prefer if you wouldn't if you keep my face out of the dirt.
Oh, no. I have no issue with you. You're as much allowed here as I am.
I hate you, Shadowy.
Well, it's nice to see that you're down to earth.
With each one, the next boss gets more hit dice. Just with that knowledge, continue.
God.
Alright.
That's gonna be an avalanche of a boss fight.
Next boss is going to
Jared
be
is
an
gonna
avalanche.
walk.
These ain't gonna break down.
Jaren
That
is
was
going to
bad
be
one.
watching the room and seeing if anyone else eats and drinks. He's going to pay particular attention to whoever drinks or eats and see if there's any ill effects.
Alright, this will be for the entire night of you watching them, I'll say. Go ahead and make me just a general perception or medicine check. Or Arcana, any of the three.
I will definitely go with perception.
Sorry, I'm drinking some good
Alright,
soda.
for a 7.
And I'll ask this, does anybody eat or drink? Because I know Ruby took a sip.
Well, I think
Colin was only gonna have the 1 cup of wine.
Okay, so this miraculous feast is put in front of you guys in this small,
Oh, no,
shanty
ow.
destroyed town. And no
He's
one's
definitely
eating.
gonna eat. I meant to drink.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I was waiting for other people to say their first words. I'm sorry. Yes, I am digging into this thing. Like, mostly meat, because I'm...
Yeah.
I'm a big person. I need more food.
You guys watch as Vragnos starts to eat.
Roll
You see as he's eating, his
17.
muscles start to bulge a bit more and more, just a bit, as you see that he's just eating and eating. You get the feeling he hasn't eaten a lot of fresh, cooked properly meats in a little bit of time, probably, seeing as how his body's reacting. Marius, you pick up especially on this, looking at his how his body's reacting. Probably been a few months since he had a proper meal of proper juicy meat like this. You get the feeling he probably travels quite a bit, just how both of them are dressed too. Eric, are you eating or drinking?
Yes.
You are cutting out again. You sound like you're an
Yeah.
air genasi.
This voice
Well, that got blown away.
Hello.
Hello.
My character would eat very little and drink very little.
Yeah, you're eating the same as a gnome, basically.
Exactly,
Yeah.
but my character would eat a bit less.
Anytime you talk fast, it gets worse.
Yeah.
Super weird.
Anyways, so you start to eat
Colin
and drink
would-
as little as you can because you're a little person.
Colin would stick to lighter meats, not wanting to be weighed down.
Anybody want to eat any of the
During-
fruits or vegetables that are laid out too?
Alright.
They're a
Yeah,
delicacy
Colin
here.
would.
Peaches, watermelons, those don't grow here very often.
I actually
Yeah, I'm
pocketed a few
Colin
of those.
would.
Green
As I
beans.
He's
look-
sticking to the liar stuff I use.
Okay.
Yeah, do they seem pretty dry or
Oh no, they seem
just
fresh.
like water? Okay, so
Ooh.
fresh, dry, nothing on them.
Yeah, everything
Alright, so
here
I'm
seems
thinking
to be freshly prepared.
Oh, yeah, my
Mhm.
character would. Most that my character would eat it off.
You're ta-
Airplane gash.
Gesh, speak slower, please.
Okay, I'm gonna try to speak slower. My character would eat a lot of.
He started picking up again. This is why you don't use your phone, Gesh.
I'm on PC.
You
What's
are?
wrong with your PC?
It's probably my mic.
Most likely.
I will pay you. And I'll buy you a new mic.
Please do.
Please.
I get a paycheck soon. I will personally send you a better one.
Okay. There's gonna be a lot of shipping costs.
Oh right, you live in Germany. or
Just
something.
buy him one and pretend that you put the address as his from Germany.
Right.
Yeah. Anyways, continue. So, are you pocketing some of the greens and fruits, Gesh?
No.
You're eating some?
I am.
Are you eating some, Gesh?
Yes.
Okay. So, as you guys continue to eat, Ragnos, are you eating anything or drinking anything?
That's the thing. Ragnos is gonna be keeping an eye on the others, but seeing as I presume the meat that's been laid in front of me has some kind of sauce on it.
No. The meat is unseasoned. There is sauce for you to do. There are small decanters and small sauce pots for you to put certain sauces on. There's not barbecue sauce and shit like that. There's spices that have been mixed into a sauce. There's some gravy. There are some mashed potatoes. And specifically, there are different spices if you want to put them on. What was I just about to fucking say? Can't remember, so let's continue.
Alright. Yeah, so seeing this, and that the meat's
the meat
pretty
looks
dry.
like it has been, because there are no ovens here. The meat itself looks like it has been prepared, steamed.
Okay, and I can't tell that there's anything on it. There's nothing on it really. The
If
meat.
you want to make a fucking nature check, or sorry, survival
Yeah,
check.
I'm just gonna see if there's
Survival check.
anything particular on it. Yeah.
You can also roll an Arcana check if you want, if you think it might be magical.
I guess I'm
I
gonna
can
actually
give
do it
you.
that way.
I can give you advantage on a survival check if you like.
Alright, so I'm gonna do survival to see if it's more natural first,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna
Well, no,
see
you
if
can do
there's
one
any.
or the other.
I'll see if there's anything natural on it.
Okay.
Okay.
Before you roll, I'm not going to have you roll here because there is nothing on the green beans and the fruits and vegetables. They are not like there's no spices or anything on them, but they look a little bit different than what a normal green bean would look like on a different plane of existence. Because you're not in Taram or any other world that you would be from, so it doesn't pick up that would be anything strange. The only thing is that their shapes may be a little bit different to your knowledge. The meat itself doesn't have any spices, nothing. It seems like it was steamed and put there for you to pull apart and eat at your leisure. Pour sauces or spices on if you wish to.
Alright. So Ragnos is gonna actually eat, but he's gonna avoid any sauces or spices.
Okay. I'll say you give the sauces a sniff and can't really tell anything different about it naturally. Smells like soy sauce.
I'm just thinking that's probably the place where poison would be put if it was gonna be put anywhere.
True. So, you're eating meats, vegetables, everything?
I'm gonna be eating meats, vegetables, and fruit.
Okay. So, as
Might as
you
well
guys
get something to eat.
continue through the nights, are there any other festivities you would like to partake in or any other roleplay you would like to do with certain characters? If there is, I will give you time now to do so.
I mean, it's been a long day. We've only had a short rest. Jarian is gonna sack out. He's tired.
So he's gonna get up and get ready to walk out?
Right.
I will say, you guys would have spent about an hour or two dining. So
Yeah.
if you'd like to get another
He's
short
gonna head
rest-
to his room.
Let me finish, please.
And
So, let me finish, please, Jarian. As you're about to get up, it's been about an hour or two, we'll say, of dining.
Sure.
So everyone get a short rest if you would like to.
Yay!
Doesn't really help you, Zeus.
Oh, and that.
What are you talking
yes,
about?
We've been dining. We've been dining.
Anybody who ate fruits or vegetables, please give me a charisma save.
Of course.
Okay. Well, at least I'm good with those.
I'm really terrible at those. What am I?
I fucking want.
Alright. Let's hope I get good on this.
You guys have to roll in chat, by
Should
the
have
way.
used that.
And Gesh,
Yeah,
remember, this is
19
your,
with my plus 7.
Gesh, this is your first roll, so you have disadvantage. Because you were annoying me earlier.
Which?
Should have used detect magic.
Okay. So Gesh, you fail. With a 10. Chicken, you're the only one that succeeds. Shadowy, you critically fail.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god.
So, Chicken, you start to eat it and like a wave of just pleasure of eating this nice fresh food comes over you. It tastes good and the pleasure eventually does drop. Gesh, Shadowy, as you guys are eating, around when Jarian is getting up to leave, you shake your heads a bit. Hold up, Zeus, you said you were eating mostly meat, but you did say you were pocketing a few of the fruits and vegetables. Did you eat any?
Right now, I needed the protein. I need to bulk up.
Okay.
So fruits and veggies off the table.
So, Shadowy, you and Gesh both feel this euphoria come over you. You're unsure what it is, and you're both you both don't believe it is a hostile effect, and you feel euphoria. That is what you feel. You are unaware that it is a hostile or a different effect that you are not used to. You guys just get this wave of euphoria on you that is going to last. Anyways, Jarian, as you begin to leave, I would like both Shadowy and Gesh now to roll me just general charisma checks. Shadowy, you're going to have disadvantage on this because you rolled a natural one.
All right.
Another 10. Oh man.
It's a failure. Because Because I'm guessing
All right,
Jerry and
actually-
passive.
oh,
Well, Jerry, you rolled a 17, right? Yeah, Jerry rolled a 17 on that perception check.
Okay, that's 14.
Jarian. Jarian? Marius? Jarian? Marius? Jarian?
Yes.
As
Can you
you're-
hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. As you're getting up to leave and walk out, you take one last look and you see both your devil friend and the new individual, the short individual, both are just like, both immediately exhale and sigh with relief as they're eating. You do notice a quick sigh from the halfling, but they continue to eat, as the other two seem to almost be lost in a trance for a second before they come back and start eating again. You notice nothing has happened to the big fellow. At this point, what are you doing, Marius? We can't hear you.
Marion?
We can't hear you if you're talking. Alright, I'm disconnecting him from the call.
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
Man, your motherfucker is ugly as shit, Zeus.
Yeah, I couldn't. I could have just gone like looked up Earth Genasi, but I was like, whatever. I don't really care for this one.
You choose the option. You see.
Well,
The
I guess
first-
Marius just goes to sleep. Alright.
As far as I know, Mary's isn't the most. Yes, very
Yes,
sick.
you are fucking dying right now, man. What is with
Yeah.
you all and horrible fucking audio problems?
Oh, that was just because of an air conditioner earlier.
Marius, you back?
Marius, can you speak?
You're very quiet, but we can hear parts of what you're saying.
Yeah.
You hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay, I do not know what is wrong with Discord today, but it is
It's been fucking up for me too lately.
the whole day. I'm confused.
Bro, you should have seen Thog the other day.
Yes.
Bro, we were in a call talking about my new system I'm making, and every other sentence he would just and just cut out.
Oh yeah, that situation.
Mm-hmm. So Marius,
Yeah.
what is your character doing after he hears this or notices this?
Yeah, Gesh been having really bad issues. Sorry?
What is your character doing?
I'm going to head over to wherever the room that I'm supposed to have is.
Okay.
I'm going to set up my hunting trap, which is part of my gear, at the front of the door,
Mhm.
and I'm going to go to sleep.
Okay. So,
I'm going to notice that
go ahead.
they've definitely eaten some. Does it appear to affect them in an extremely negative way? Is
I
my
will say
question.
they just
Do
seem
they
to
look
be...
like they're stumbling about like idiots?
No, the two that you noticed just seem to have this wave of euphoria come across them. They've definitely had some sort of effect on them. You're not sure if it's permanent or something. You just, as you were leaving, you saw the effect just barely procking. They don't seem to notice that it's an effect themselves.
I'll mutter under my breath. I will mutter under my breath, idiots. And I will go and movie trap the door to my room, and I'm gonna go to sleep.
Alright, as your character goes to sleep. Rest of the group, you watch as Marius leaves and begins to prepare to go to bed. He mentions it and he just leaves. What are the rest of you doing?
Well, I just finished eating.
Yes.
Probably be going to bed.
Is there anything left on the table, or is it just scraps now?
There's still a lot left, unless you ate all of it.
I'm gonna sit at that table until all of the meat's gone.
Alright. So I'll say this. Everybody who ate from the feast, you gain, for the next 24 hours, 10 temporary HP.
Yay!
Yay.
So like a
Yay.
mini heroes
I now
feast.
have.
Yes. It's more because your characters have finally had something properly cooked and prepared for them, rather than being like stew or like old rations and bread. This is an actual feast.
Trail mix.
Yeah.
I.
This is a healthy,
Am-
balanced diet you're finally eating. Except you, Marius, who goes to
Yep.
bed hungry.
Well,
Uh,
you know, I've been hunting a lot, so I've got a lot of smoked meats and jerky.
Yeah, I'll say you wake up through the night to get yourself some food, but... Anyways, rest of the group, what are you doing?
Colin Wallace, am going to go to the kitchen and pre-make something for breakfast.
So, you start to look for the kitchen. As you find the kitchen, you are not allowed into the kitchen. This is the Lord's Manor.
Right. Dumbass.
They have
Oh.
people preparing, they have people to cook them food. They are not going to trust someone that they just invited to the manor to cook food for morning and possibly poison someone. Especially
Whoever
a
said I
shady
was
a-
cooking for
especially-
everyone?
Especially a shady ass motherfucker like you.
Who's literally coated in shadow.
So you start to walk up and you see this guard dwarf who looks at you and goes, as you're like about to enter the door, you look at him and he just shakes his head no.
I guess I'm planning to make myself breakfast tonight.
You walk away. Zeus, I just saw what you said.
Whoa, what just happened?
Hello?
What happened? I think we all disconnected and reconnected.
Yeah.
That was weird.
Discord servers, man.
I wonder what the dwarf's expression was like when I told him that.
He just looked at you and just, like, he looked at you and stared at you like, don't make me do it, man.
Not again.
Well, after that, I would go to bed.
Alright. Alright. So, anybody else doing anything?
I'm just going to bed. I've successfully avoided being poisoned.
Okay.
I'm gonna wander around the room a little bit, see if there's any valuables they wouldn't miss.
Okay. There's not really many valuables. There's some metal candelabras and, like, candlesticks and stuff like that. There's a few statues that are affixed to the ground. Nice window that looks out into the forest. Chandelier. As you're wandering around in the room, I'd like you to make a perception check, please, Rockman.
Yay! Rockman! I'm that one guy from Thor.
Let's go, Rocky.
Oh, actually, Goblin, I should note one thing I wanted to do.
Sure.
Look over that shield.
Okay, you'll do that for an hour.
Yeah.
You can't do that while
Yep.
you're feasting, specifically.
Yeah, after that.
Okay.
13.
13. You hear in your mind once again, I don't feel we're alone. And you swear you feel your head pulled up, and as you look out the window, you see this almost human face, just pale, in the forest past the backyard, just staring. As you look up and see it, it just vanishes.
I'm gonna, like, look towards the sword. Do we know them? Do we know them?
No response.
Great. You're... Every moment with you is such a blessing. I'm gonna walk off to my sleeping quarters.
So, as you do that, Shadowy, what are you doing?
Oh, yeah, I was just looking over the shield.
Okay. So, Gesh, what is your character doing as everyone starts to leave?
My character would probably go to the was assigned to me.
Okay. So, you all have the same quarters. So, as, Shadowy, your character's the first to leave the room. You start to walk towards your quarters, and you're like, okay, this is where they said our group was sleeping. And you open the door. What's your passive perception?
A 14.
Marius, roll me a stealth check. Marius?
Marius.
Yeah, he's muted.
Yeah.
You might just be freaking out, trying to unmute. Give me a second.
I'm just gonna roll a d20 plus 5. Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yep.
Roll me a stealth check, please. Is Viber not working?
Can you hear?
Viber
Yeah.
has
Bro, we can hear you,
been
Marius.
very quiet.
Stealth check for me.
Yeah, stealth check.
Yeah, Viber is silent.
Jesus, what the hell is wrong? Okay, because I have advantage on those, so
Nice.
Fuck Viber, bro.
I think it's just Discord.
damn it, just turn it off.
It says very bad. Especially those
No,
past
I
2
mean,
days.
Gesh and I were playing a game today, and it's just that's a 24.
Okay.
And
24.
it's just been bad the last 24 hours.
Bro, it's been bad
The
for me
last
for like a
24
week.
hours, Discord has been really.
Week.
24. So, first one to walk in, Shadowy. As you begin to walk in, you see a few items placed in the walls that are probably from the expedition that just got in. It seems they're bunking you all together with the 2 new individuals in case you guys want to join up with them. As soon as you step in, you feel your foot lower, and you hear, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage. You hear
Alright.
Jarian snoring on his bed. Or on the cot he made.
Alright. Alright, that's a
Yeah,
10.
that fails.
It's not that high a saving throw.
Well, it's still a failure. Because you didn't see it.
Too bad, suicide.
Okay.
Roll damage.
You take 18 points of piercing damage as you feel a bear trap clamp onto your foot. And you let out a howl. Marius, Jarian. Your bear trap went off. There's someone in your room.
Jerry will immediately lose and repeat swirling with red and air, and
Discord is fucking up
he'll
again.
say, "What kind of idiot walks in the room with someone?"
Hello?
I'm basically gonna call him an hello.
Alright, you wake up, summon your sword, and as you look at him, you see him hopping around as, you only have one trap, right?
I only have one trap over.
Okay. Yeah! And it just starts
I'm
hopping
gonna look-
around.
I'm gonna look at, and basically that's what I'm saying to him. What kind of idiot tries to come into a room with someone like me sleeping? Were you dropped on your head when you were a child? Is that what happened? But
Well,
at the same
No, this is-
time, he'll reform the sword into. Right? Go ahead.
No, I just assumed you wouldn't be putting fucking bear traps there immediately when we're all coming towards this room, you asshole.
Did you just call me an asshole? And the sword reforms again.
At this point, you guys hear the sounds of heavy footsteps. Zeus, you hear screaming from down the hall at your quarters.
God damn it! I rush to my room.
Do you pull out your sword?
Yes.
All right. Appearing at the doorway, you guys see the large rock man holding his glistening sword. As he looks in, you see the devil holding his foot, jumping up and down in the room as a bear trap is clamped on it. And you see Jarian, the half-elf, suddenly summons a sword of molten iron and points it forward. Meanwhile, at this point, Colin, the fucking halfling, is just meandering back down the hallway with a little bit of a jovial step. And your brother is coming, walking up from the other direction.
Am I ruining the mood? Is this a thing?
No. No, it's not a fucking thing.
Oh, okay.
This idiot. He is a complete idiot, and I point the sword at him. And as I point, I reconfigure the sword into sort of a metal hand.
Just a
And
big
I
finger.
reach down, and and I assist to open the trap.
Okay, roll me a strength check, Ragnos, with advantage.
Okay.
Friend?
Just let you know, had he not done that, you were going to start bleeding.
Alright. Okay.
This is in the roll channel. I will delete it though.
Okay.
What do you
there we go.
roll?
Advantage. There we go. Alright,
Well.
12.
Okay, you managed to take it off. You do suffer 3 points of piercing, or technically slashing damage taking it off, though.
Jarian will take his trap, and he will reset it right next to his bed.
Okay. I assume you get in your bed first, right?
Because apparently everyone's a fucking idiot. Obviously.
I thought you were about to say,
And he's
I
not
place
gonna
it
forget
after
that
the
it's
rock
there.
guy comes in, we just see the halfling hit it. You're just like, fuck! You place it again. The Air Genasi hits it. TPK's the party immediately.
Alright, so I'm
I'm gonna probably die. One trap.
gonna use healing word on myself to
Alright.
seal up the wound a bit.
Sure thing.
You took 21 points of damage, if I'm not mistaken, in total.
Yep.
Alright.
It's because he didn't see the fucking trap.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
would be so stupid as to put a trap in
Anyways,
front of the door.
At this point, as everyone begins to walk in, and you see
I thought we had separate rooms.
as you see a fresh blood pile on the ground, as you enter into your room for night, is there anything anybody would like to go over before we start to get your long rests in?
At least for flavor, I wanted to say with like belt buckles, keep my sword at my side. Like I tighten it down further before I go to sleep.
Okay. You take a few belt buckles out of your pack that you've collected along the way and just tie it to you.
I can't.
I sleep in a corner where I can keep a view of the door.
It's kind of hard because both corners of that are kind of there's a cot put into both corners that are facing the door. There's a
Oh,
small...
I meant on the floor.
Yeah, I know. Jesus fucking Christ. I just explained why this wouldn't work. The cots are pushed to the corners that are opposite the door. You can't sleep in the corner when a cot is taking that space. There is a so it's... Let me explain the room a little bit better since you guys don't seem to understand. So, there is about a 20-foot wide room. There are 4 cots. 2 of them are hanging from the ceiling, but just above the other one. So it's not bunk bed situation, but If one of those straps that's holding it breaks, it's gonna fall on top of the other one. The room is only about 12 feet tall. The cots are all within the corners of the rooms that are opposites of the doorway. There's about a good 10-foot distance between the cots, more like 16. And in the very center of the opposite wall of the door, there is a window to outside, which is about... Funny enough, it actually goes from about a foot off the ground all the way to the top of the roof, so it's an 11-foot tall window. It has some curtains pulled upon it, but not much. Like, there's obvious... you could see outside if you looked easily enough. The door is a nice wooden door. It can be locked from the inside with a small, like, siege bar. There's a fresh pool of blood, and there's a lot of stuff that you guys have put down in your room. Especially the people who just came back from a small expedition. There's a small few bags with, like... you're also sharing this room with the researcher that you're going to be bringing with you. You can see his pack is a large pack of, like, old cups that have rusted, small stone tablets with some writing, a few books, other things, candelabras, whatnot. See, a few boxes are put in here.
I probably take the cot farthest from the door then.
They're equal distance from the door. Listen to my description of the room. Listen to my description of the room. The cots are both at the opposite wall. In different corners of the room. And then there's two hanging above them.
Are there windows?
What? What did you ask, Marius?
Are there...
Ask for pillows.
There are pillows on the cots.
windows?
I literally
Jerry
described
would-
the only window in the room, very detailed.
If there are windows, Jarian will make sure. Okay.
I literally described
Jarian
the
will
room
make
for you
sure
guys.
he keeps close to the window in case he needs to jump out of it.
Okay.
So that's the cot
so
he's taking.
The window.
Okay,
The
gotcha.
window is equidistant from all the cots. Once again. And the window is not
Okay.
an opening one. It is an 11-foot tall glass window that you can look out. But if you wanted to jump through it, you would have to break it open. Anyways. That is the room. Where are you go? So we have one person situated on the ground next to one of the cots. We have one on the cots. Where is the rest of the group situated? Please. Just get the shit over with, please.
On a
One
cot.
of the hanging cots.
Okay.
We're just going any free cot.
Okay. So you're on the right hanging cot, Gesh. Left hanging cot has Ragnos. Left cot has Marius and his trap. Right cot has the Rock Man. The cot is like sinking heavily. And then directly on the floor next to that cot, between the window and that cot, is the halfling. Okay. That's the group. As you guys begin to fall asleep, dreams come to you easily, as the exhaustion from your recent day or recent days of travel begin to catch you. Thoughts of the previous days and the previous battles and whatnot come to you. If you are not level 5, level yourself up to level 5.
Yay, free level up.
Now, as you guys sit there, let's see who I want to do it first. Who wants to get their pussy eaten first? Let's see. 1. Okay. Colin. I don't have any backstory for your character because you never sent me one. As you see, your strange attunement that you've made today. As you fall asleep, you find yourself in a completely blackened space. The stars begin to appear around you as if you're in the cosmos itself. And you start to see a swirling black sphere eating and eating and eating, draining the stars into itself. You begin to watch as your body is starting to lose colors, as being sapped off, turning into string, being pulled into this large void. What are you doing?
I'm immediately going to, assuming that this is my astral body, I'm going to do my best to move it away.
So you resist. Okay. Roll me a wisdom save.
Oh god. Well, let's see what that gets me. Alright. Here's a d20. Roll 18.
18. Let me check real quickly, because I know I have a DC set. As you start to try and pull away, you feel yourself draining of energy as you start to get closer and get pulled closer and pulled closer before you snap awake due to the sound of crashing metal and wood. As you were being pulled closer, you swear you feel a heartbeat from the middle of that void. Anyways, that's the end of your dream. Next, just to let you know, that was a failure, chicken.
Yeah.
Next,
I only have +1 wisdom.
Shadowy, Ragnos. Your dream hits you. As you sit there, you see the burning of your ancestral homeland, the Hells. You also notice Hestelia, the land of volcanic ash, the land in Taram that enters into the Hells, that guards the gates to them. You then find yourself in a forest continent as you watch a floating island above you as you sit upon a lake. Explosions happen, and you watch as devils are flying everywhere around this gigantic tree that is shackled with ethereal chains. The sky is similar to what you've seen recently here, or an aurora borealis of multi-technicolored, ethereal lines in the sky that are ever shifting and moving. You watch as two versions of this scene play out in front of you. The first, a darker one, where a portal is ripped open as the tree that you see is shackled sunders in flame, and stepping out, you see two titanous devils. Can you even hear me? Okay, thank you.
Yep.
So you see two titanous devils, one of golden color and red hair, almost like a mane, stands out. You recognize this one immediately. The Archdevil of Pride, one of the 7 deadly sins. And another, stepping out. One that almost one very thin, spindly one, 20, 30 feet tall, tightening, well, I say 20, 30 feet tall, but, sorry, my bad. Tightening over the rest, similar to this other devil. His body is humanoid, but slender, with red. You could see his rib cage. He has these bony protrusions coming out of his back, as if his spine is protruding out its back itself. You could see his body is just made of sinew and flesh that are just hanging. His mouth comes up to an open maw. Its jaw hangs heavily. You can see these pincers coming out the side of it, as well as these jagged, broken, shaled-like rock teeth. Its eyes, it has 3 of them on its face. All of them filled with what seems to be fast-moving eyes that seem to almost have the madness to them, as these 2 gigantic, cragged-like horns shoot out the sides of its head, as it seems to hunch over and move around. Its hands have 10 fingers on them each, all that wriggle around, and as it does, fire seems to almost dance across them. You immediately recognize the sword as well. The Archdevil of Wrath. As you see these two step out, a small skirmish between them destroys the island as it falls sundered to the ground. That's the first scene. Another twist happens, and we see the scene play out again, but this time the chains break as the shackles are broken as well. The tree begins to pulse with energy, and you see another skirmish happening, one amongst mortals, and you see the tree swirls open a small porthole in it, and coming out of it is a kitsune. Details unknown. You can't make them out. But as they step out, a holy light of golden color shines from their right side, and continuing from their left side, this deep, dark and purple, almost arcane color, shining in equidistant amounts. As you see, these two small orbs seem to almost surround them and float like moons. And all you could hear is the sounds of shackles whoosh, whoosh, as they move. As these two scenes play out before you, you then find yourself on a castle, looking out towards a wall of fog that surrounds an island. Ceilia. And you see a giant tree affixed to the front of this large... I would call it a balcony, but it's more of a plateau affixed to a large area hanging. Hello? Okay, sorry, everything went out for a second. As you stare off of this balcony, these railings, this half-circled balcony, you look behind you and see this gigantic palace's top. Crystal and steel and stone woven into a beautiful structure of many points and spires, this being the highest of them. And you see broken windows of glass and the rays of shining gold as the sun rises. And you see sitting amongst a throne of emeralds a familiar face. Actually, no. They wouldn't be familiar to you, but a face of a human wrapped in bandages, sitting there with an emerald crown on their head, awaiting something. As their eyes meet yours, a smile grins as their face is consumed by darkness, and only the smile remains as flames begin to pour off of them. As they reach you, this waterfall of flames spurting out towards you. You awaken to the sound of a crash. Next. Yesh.
Yes.
As you sleep, you've been having dreams as of late. Of high winds, floating isles. Draconia, your homeland, which is a floating island itself, fixed with many smaller floating islands connected to it. Many towers of brass and gold, and many magical contraptions, flying wyverns and dragonborn that fly as well. As you remember this scene, and you start to dream of your homeland standing upon one of the many top-spired peaks of your home. You look out and breathe, and as you open your eyes after closing them, you find yourself up in the clouds, standing what feels like firm ground, but it's just cloud around you, as lightning strikes around you, and heavy winds begin to buffet you a bit. Out of the air itself, from the ground, you see floating up this blue, gigantic, you would almost consider it a wyvern, but it's a dragon that stares at you. Its eyes flicker with gold. Okay. Its eyes flicker with gold as lightning strikes out of them and covers its body. It speaks to you. Do you know Draconic?
I do.
Ufan.
I do.
Droski. I'll Bufan. And it seems to roar as lightning strikes, and it almost causes you to go blind. The blaring light sears white into your eyes, and it all turns to blackness as you hear a crash and wake up.
One time I don't.
can't even understand you. Next, Jarian. Yeah,
You need me to roll a wisdom save.
no. As you sleep, sleep comes to you pretty easily. You're tired, you're broken, you're injured. You remember Yelveta. Or Yeleta. And you remember how your eyes changed as soon as she grabbed the orb. Or the crystal shard, I should mention. Sorry, not the orb. And you're figuring that might be a problem, especially since she's heading to Obsidian Town, which you know some people there, so you may be able to keep an eye on her. And as these memories start to pass through your head of the previous days, you hear your trap go off. We'll get back to you. Zeus. Rocco's.
Okay.
Yep.
Hey, my.
Marius, how far behind are you hearing us? Like, is there lag or something?
Marius, repeat. 1, 2, 3.
I. 1, 2, 3. I believe
Alright,
there
no
might
lag
be
then.
some lag.
Yeah.
But
There's like 5 seconds of lag. That's why anytime I start talking and I'm like, okay, we'll get back to you. You start talking and I'm like, okay, let's wait. Anyway, so
anyway, I did hear the trap going off.
yeah, your character hears the trap going
My
off.
trap
we'll get
went
back to
off.
you. Yeah,
That's the last thing I heard.
yeah, we'll get back to you.
Okay.
Zeus.
All right.
Veracos, as you sleep, the smell of fresh dirt hits your nose. As you sleep, the feeling of your body rejuvenating its protein begins to alleviate some of the stress from your previous encounters in the capital. You start to regale the strange forms you saw walking along the large catwalked balconies, the shaded forms of knights, the malformed forms of undead clerics you had to pry the books, the holy tomes from. The strange rusting and shifting and magically contorting of buildings and even bodies that should have been long decomposed by now that aren't in the capital. The strange, ever-present tinnitus kind of ringing in your ear. You could zone out, but when you heavily concentrated, it would always come back to you. The feeling of your sword almost not being able to communicate with you every so often while you're in the capital. These strange feelings leaving you a bit vulnerable in this strange space. You're lucky you had your brother with you, otherwise it would have been much more dangerous. And after all, it was. You lost 90% of your fucking party that was there. The people that were going there to research or scavenge. The only one making it back was the person you're fucking being hired by now. As you sit there and recall the scent of blood. Fresh blood. You smell it. As you sit there, I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw, Zeus. You know, this should be a charisma save. Sorry.
Oh, Chris. Okay, not so gross.
Oh, that's what I'm good at. Oh well.
Hiya! 17.
17.
Mm.
You look towards a pool of blood in your dream, and you see this figure starting to appear out of this puddle of blood, rising from it. But you smell blood in your waking mind. Do you force yourself awake?
Yeah, I'm gonna wake up.
You force yourself awake as you hear the sound of a crash, and the sounds of combat growing a bit more distant. Everyone gets a long rest. Marius,
Yay.
you are the first to awaken at the sound of your trap going off.
Absolutely, and immediately my sword forms in my hand.
As your sword forms in your hand,
No gap.
I would like you to make me an athletics check as you see this gigantic, looming creature of darkened shape, elongated forms, notices you start to rustle in bed and tries to pin you to your bed as its seemingly only spiked hand reaches out and grows in multiple directions, almost like an amorphous, shadowed-based hand. As it reaches over and tries to wrap around you. Make me an athletics check, please.
Okay.
26.
26.
As it tries to wrap around you, it wraps, and you manage to break its hand, sending shadow gunk flying all over your wall and at the other individuals in your room. You look and you notice the trap has gone off, but it hasn't captured the creature. It hasn't pinned them, injured them. Almost as if their body isn't physical if they don't want it to be. And as soon as you notice this, you also notice the blowing of wind through the broken window. At this point, this creature takes up... It stands 12 feet tall, so it's, it's hunched against the top of the roof, and its hands come down almost as if it would be quadrupedal, but it's not. It's almost as if its hands are dragging across the ground before it reached over to you. And you can see other, like, small pieces of it are starting to shoot off to create other extra extremities. It stands there. Its body is just completely black, and not amorphous, but it looks like a human that's just bending over at 12 feet tall. It's very skinny, and you could just see that a single, completely pale, ghostly white face stares at you from this blackened individual. As it stares at you, you jump off your bed, and what are you doing?
I will immediately call to arms. Everyone in the room, to arms! We are under attack! And I would like to rage.
Alright, as you begin to call this out, it looks at you. And as a reaction
Do I get it?
Give me a fucking second. As its reaction is going to pull up its hand that it just missed you with and create a single finger. Shh. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. I have a +4 of that. Okay.
I will say, as this creature is standing there, you can see that there are multiple shadowy, like almost congealed nets that have been put on like glue, soaking across your compatriots as they have yet to wake up. 9. As you're about to start calling out, and it does this, you feel this reverberation of sound hitting you, and you feel compelled to not speak. You feel compelled to not speak as the words do not escape your lips. And you feel as if the same gooey, like, glue substance of shadow that's on your friends and starting to coat them suddenly appears on your mouth. As you enter a rage, roll me initiative. Oh god.
What?
It rolled a natural 20.
Oh shit!
Alright,
Kill
This
them
is
all.
not going well for us.
No, it's not. The only one awake right now is him, too.
Alright, rolling initiative.
alright.
I will say,
So-
I'm giving you a technical long rest here, because I was going to give you one anyways, but this is halfway through your long rest, so you can continue afterwards.
Okay.
I rolled a
I'm
9.
assuming we're level 5.
Oh, no, I rolled a 12 now.
Yes, you're all level 5. Anyways,
Okay.
so as you try to rip this stuff off, as it's just making it even madder that you can't speak, the creature looks towards you and its face seems to almost... It doesn't even move its head, its face just moves to the back as it stares at you. And you see a bit of the shadow pops out of it as it shrinks a bit. And you see another you appear. Made of shadow. Besides the face. And it stares at you. And it's going to make a single attack at you. What is your attack
Well,
modifier?
my mouth is covered in gunk.
Yeah, it does not have a mouth. What is your attack modifier?
Oh shit.
It completely copies you, yeah. Even the blade.
Depends. Either.
Oh shit.
Okay, so if it's a strength attack, that's +7. If it's a dex attack, it's +8.
Okay, it's gonna use Dex. What is your AC?
19.
Okay, So Marius, as you're trying to get this stuff off your face, you see another you appear with only your face, everything else just complete black shadow. As it creates a sword similar to yours and leaps at you and lunges forward as you manage to just sidestep it as it crashes into one of the boxes, sending a crashing sound out. At this point, you can see a few of your party members start to stir a bit. At this point, that ends the creature's turn. It's now your turn.
I get one more spell. Nice.
I am going to try and chop its head off. So
The shadow version?
I do not have advantage, so I'm going
So
to make
which one are you
this
trying to kill? The shadow version of you or the large, gigantic, looming monster?
the
that's
shadow
raiding you?
version.
Okay.
Oh, right.
Yeah, the one that silenced
No,
you.
I'm going for the shadow version. I'm not going for the me. And
So
I'm
there's a
going
shadow
reckless,
version of you,
so
or
I can
there's the
get
gigantic shadow
advantage
monster. Which one are you going for?
on that. That's going to be a dex attack.
Okay.
So
Which one are you going after? Because you just said the shadow. They're both shadow creatures.
I'm going for the shadow monster.
Okay, the shadow monster. Thank you.
They're both shadow creatures. Fair enough.
Yes. They basically just like
That
black
will
ink that's just leaking.
be this one. Reckless.
Usually you call reckless before you roll, by the way.
I haven't
Okay, just letting you know.
rolled yet.
I'm just letting you know. 18. That does hit
18.
AC just barely.
Okay, so since I have advantage, that would come with sneak attack.
Yep. And this is slashing damage, right? It is magical to
Yeah,
overcome
slashing
resistances,
damage.
so it's fine.
26 points of damage.
Alright, damn, okay, let me get a calculator out, because you guys might actually be able to kill this motherfucker.
I'm still trying to select my 3rd level spell.
Well, my blade counts as a +1 weapon, so
Yeah.
this does count as a magical attack.
Oh yeah, I was giving it more hit dice, so give me 1 second. Yeah, okay, so that's how much HP it has. Okay. Alright, so as you slash through one of these creature's limbs, you see its left hand that it pointed at you and shushed you with suddenly falls to the floor, and as it does, turns into a pool of just inky shadow that disappears as you see it just regrows on its arm again. Well, you're going for its head. As you slash at its head, which is like 10 feet up, you do a large jump attack and slash. Its head falls off, even with the face, and the face seems to be the only thing that remains on the ground before it's scooped back up in the shadow.
I will try to shout out again to wake everyone up.
That goop
That
is
is
still on your
my
mouth.
that is what I'm gonna be.
You can make another
And
charisma
I've already
save.
used my bonus action. Yeah, no, this is all I can do.
Well, you haven't technically. Oh wait, no, you didn't use your bonus
Okay,
action. You raged
charisma
before
check.
the initiative. Wait, hold up. No,
Correct.
does that use a bonus action? Let me
So
check.
I'm out of actions.
Yeah. So, did you change it to a great sword specific? Oh, a great rapier. That's right. Sorry, my bad. I'm stupid. Yeah. Oh, fuck.
Okay, so
Anyways, so end of your turn. Well, technically you're level. Wait, no, you're a rogue too. Never mind. Never mind. I'm stupid. Never mind. Forget what I was about to say. Does that end your turn?
that ends my turn unless I have an object interaction to stab him again.
No. So as you slash his head off, it rolls to the ground. The shadowy, inky substance creates a pool that pulls the actual face back onto the body, and it reforms the head. It doesn't seem to need its head to survive. Anyways, as the creature stares at you. Everyone else,
Mm-hmm.
make me perception checks, and this is going to be your initiative roll.
That's gonna be. Oh man, I have such an initiative normally.
Well, actually, no. This will see if you wake up this turn. My bad, not your initiative roll. Sorry.
So, alright, I forgot proficiency is better now. So I need to update everything.
Okay.
Alright.
This will
Hold on.
determine if you wake up and who wakes up first. Just so you know if you get higher than somebody else.
Oh, dirty 20.
Yeah, I see that. Okay. Zeus? Hold on, we got something for this.
Yeah.
Roll me a perception check to see if you wake up. This
Right.
turn. Otherwise, Marius is gonna fucking die.
Alright, 1d20 plus 1. 14.
Okay. So, Gesh, you and Chicken Bladesmith wake up. The DC was 15. So, I would like
One below.
both Chicken and Gesh to go ahead and roll me initiative, please. So
Now
let me
this
get-
is where I'm dreading.
Oh man.
15.
Come on, give me a second. Okay, so it is. Then we have. You got 15, Ruby?
Yep.
Then we have Marius at 12. Okay. And then we have Gesh at 11.
Yes.
Okay. So one of the brothers manages to wake up. So, at this point, as you two start to awaken, your eyes open, and you just see the darkness of the room, a little bit of moonlight falling in. You see this gigantic, almost Studio Ghibli monster standing above you as you both feel yourselves trapped on your cots, or on the floor specifically for you, Ruby, with this gluey, like, shadowy, nightmaric substance that's just dripping like ink on you. And as you try to move, you can't break out of it at the moment, and your mouths seem to be covered with the same substance. As you guys are in that position, it's now the Nightmare Strider's turn. He... Actually, I have to roll for the other version of you, Marius, because it's not the same creature. Okay, Marius, what's your initiative bonus? Marius?
Marius?
You're carrying on.
Marius, rejoin, please.
I couldn't hear you.
Captain, I'm pretty sure he has plus
Hello?
Can you hear me?
He's just very quiet.
Can you guys hear me now?
Oh, you're muffled bad.
Hello?
Still muffled, but there.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I can hear it, Lace.
Can you
I
guys hear
can
me?
hear you.
Yeah. So sorry, Goblin, you cut out, and I really couldn't hear anything you said. I'm not sure if anyone
Talking
else
about
could either.
Marius.
What is your initiative bonus, Marius? Because the Shadow You also uses your initiative bonus.
It is +5. Wait, let me just double check that. My initiative, yeah, it's +5.
Okay, it goes on the same turn as you, so roll me a d20.
Oh.
See if you go before it. What'd you roll?
17.
Are you fucking with me?
No,
It's in
he
the
rolled in
rules, man.
chat.
It rolled a 17 as well.
Roll
Oh,
again.
it really is
It
a
is
shadow
you.
version of me, I guess.
Go ahead and roll again.
If it matches again, I swear to gosh.
Oh my god.
Flat
Three.
D20.
Yeah, flat d20.
Yeah, that. There you go. 3.
3, it rolled a 2.
Oh, word! It's like you're almost. It's literally like your mirrors, but the real one's better.
Yeah.
This is the shadow version of me. Yes,
Yes.
evil.
Okay. All right. So the Nightmare Strider looks down and it goes as its jaw unhinges and this loud sound wave echoes out towards you all. I need everyone that's awake to roll me a. This would technically be against fearing you, so wisdom save, please.
Well, that's a 13.
7.
I fail.
7, Gesh?
17.
17.
1-7.
You succeed, Gesh. Just barely.
I got a 13 with my +1.
Alright, and Marius, what'd you roll for a wisdom save?
22.
22. You succeed as well. So,
Wait a second. I'm going to spend a sorcery point to re-roll that.
how?
Because level 5 optional feature, magical guidance.
Okay, yeah.
When you
I just need to know what feature you were using, because I don't use optional features when I'm playing them. So, anyways, continue. Go ahead and
I
reroll.
want to get in chat this time.
Go ahead, yeah.
15.
15.
Slightly
you
better.
still fail.
Dang it.
So, no one else takes damage besides Ruby here.
That's like 10d12.
I mean, yeah, sure. If you want it to be that way.
So that was it.
No, I'll put it back to what it was. I'll put it back to what it originally was. Ruby, you suffer
Mhm.
22 points of thunder damage as it breaks your eardrums, making you deafened, as well as 9 points of necrotic damage.
Oh boy, I'm at 11 health.
As it screeches out, you feel. Well, remember, you guys get max health per dice you roll.
I
guys-
did not update my health.
You feel the energy drawing from your body as its screech goes out. Zeus, you're the only one asleep, right? As well as Ragnos.
Yeah, we're
Fucker.
asleep.
You both automatically fail, meaning you both take 22 thunder damage and 9 necrotic damage, as well as the Nightmare Strider regains 9, 18, 27. So it is back up to full HP.
How much damage in total?
31.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I just updated the health because I forgot. I'm actually at 19 HP.
Okay. Anyways, as this happens, as it releases this roar, it's then going to stare down at you both, the both of you that are now awake, Gesh and Colin, or whatever
Colin.
the fucking name is, and you're gonna see 2 more people appear out of it, humanoids, shadowed versions of you, walk out and start to approach you both. So what is your initiative, Colin? Your bonus?
My bonus is +1.
Okay. And Gesh, what is your initiative bonus?
8.
Okay.
It's probably going for me.
Yes, it is going after the Nightmare Strider, actually.
I can't freaking do it. Yeah,
no.
the one time it's detrimental to me, it does not. What the fuck?
There's the initiative, guys. At this point,
If I was level 6, I could get a Hound of Ill Omen.
well, Shadow
Okay.
Shadow Gesh, what's the first spell on your spell list
The very first.
besides cantrips? Like your first level spell.
On my list, it's Absorb Elements.
Okay. So you can't do that as an action. So what's your next one?
Gift of Alacrity. Gives you the 8 it gives you an extra D8 whenever you roll it.
Give me a second. I need to see if this can be cast in combat. Is the problem? It's a casting time of 1 minute. So what's your next one? I can't hear you. What did you say?
Mage Armor.
Mage armor? Is that a
Yes.
casting time as well?
No.
I think it is.
No,
All
I
right.
don't think so.
All right. It casts mage armor on the. It can cast it on somebody else, right? Yeah. It's going to look towards the Nightmare Strider and cast mage armor on it. As you see this blackened shadow kind of shield sickly affix itself to the creature. You lose a spell slot, Gesh.
Okay, that's bad.
The reason why you lose a spell slot, you feel the strange shadowy glue that's holding you suddenly drain it from your body. Anyways, end of Shadow Gesh's turn. It walks directly up to you within 5 feet and just holds like a small staff ready to slap you with it. Ruby, Colin.
Yes.
It's your turn as you're struggling.
I'm going to cast Dispel Magic on the Nightmare Strider.
You are bound.
Right, it's the mag. Crap.
Mm-hmm.
I really need to list down...
You are also technically deafened, Ruby, just so you're aware.
Right, so I can't use somatic. I mean, not somatic, verbal either.
Meanwhile, in the distance, Gesh, you just hear like from the bunk that you were like sleeping on top of, like right next
Wait
to
a
you,
minute.
like right under you. You just hear.
Things you can't hear.
Sorry, Gesh, you just hear this. Sorry. From the Stone Man.
I'm tuckered.
Anyways,
Like this.
Alright.
yeah, sorry guys, you guys didn't set up any fucking like people looking out.
You should have.
And the Rock Man should have, because he saw a strange face in the forest that disappeared.
I am going to attempt to get the restraints.
Make me an athletics check.
I was really hoping
This will
I
get out of
could
the
use...
restraints specifically. You still cannot use vocal components either because your mouth is covered, remember.
Yeah, I was really hoping I could use acrobatics. Oh, well.
No. This is like glue affixed to you, basically.
Oh, fuck. Okay, yeah, I'm really fucked.
Ah! 17.
17? Yeah, you managed to break out of it as some of the inky like goop hits the ground and you see it slithers back to the Nightmare Strider. As you are now out of it, at the end of your turn, you could attempt to make a charisma saving throw to get this goop off your face.
I am going to do that.
So you end your turn?
Yes, that's a total of 27 with a
So,
natural 19.
As you push yourself up and you start to calm yourself a bit, you remember hearing a shh while you're asleep, and you shake off the influence as your mouth is now free again. Anyways, it's now Marius. Marius, your turn. As you and your shadow version of yourself are kind of like that picture up there, Armstrong and the other guy, like fighting each other right now. What are you doing?
Okay, well, I am definitely not going to be taking on my own version of myself. Am I still within range to attack the Shadow Strider?
The Nightmare Strider? Yes, and just so you're aware,
Nightmare Strider.
when it rained out that screech, it did regenerate health from the people that failed. Oh, just a little thing for you.
I
Everybody
do not
who's
care.
everybody
I'm
who
going for
fails
it.
that's sleeping, mind you, you are starting to have very vicious nightmares when that screech rang out. Just so you're aware. Anyways, continue, Marius.
Is there any save I can make to rip the glue out of my mouth? I mean, you would think if it made that screech, everybody would be awake by now.
You would think so. Marius, did I make you make a charisma save at the end of your last turn? I think I did, right?
Don't?
I rolled
okay.
a 22.
Oh, I never heard what you
No,
rolled.
no, that was a wisdom save.
Oh, wisdom save. Why did I think you rolled a wisdom save? I'm stupid. It would be a charisma save if you want to roll that now, because I might have given you the wrong one.
Oh man, I suck at charisma saves.
Wait, no. Have I
Also,
I'm an
you guys roll the wrong ones?
outdoorsman.
This is okay. So the first one, when they like shushed you, was a wisdom save. This one is a charisma save because you're trying to force your own will upon it. So it'd be charisma.
This is
So-
gonna suck.
You can make a strength save, I'll say, before you. I won't even look at that if that's a roll. You can make a strength save instead, but it's going to be a much higher DC.
Way to this Discord is really fucking up these days.
So you can either make a charisma save or a strength save. The strength save will be a much higher DC.
You want me to make? Can I put athletics on that?
No, but you do technically have advantage because you are raging, right?
Yeah, I do have advantage. Correct. Okay, let me roll that for a strength. Proficiency with that as well.
Yeah. It's high ass roll. 17 is for the charisma.
20.
That is what you needed specifically. So you managed to, as a bonus action, you managed to fully rip this off. You do rip a bit of your lips off. You're like and like you are starting. You're gonna have some injuries after this battle, but your voice, your mouth is now free.
I am raging, so that should reduce it a little bit.
Yeah, you don't take damage. It's just you like basically ripped part of your lips off because this is glue on your face.
Okay. Well, I don't know if this counts as an item interaction, but I'm gonna yell out, "To arms, you assholes! Get your asses up!"
Alright, and that's all the speaking you can do on your turn. You use your item interaction to rip it off. Your bonus action to rip it off, sorry. You have an item interaction and an action left, as well as movement, if you wanted to use it.
Okay, well, I'm definitely attacking that nightmare strike.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll.
Oh.
And I will say, Colin is up on the opposite side of it, so this is flanking. So you don't need to use Reckless.
Oh, okay, then I don't have to go reckless.
Yep.
There we go. 20.
I'm sorry when I reach 6th level.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
And I am rolling damage, definitely.
So you guys watch as Marius takes another step up, rips the glue off his face, takes his great rapier, his new one, which is this beautiful silvery kind of iron color, flings it around as it's covered in a little bit of its blood, and just stabs into this creature's underbelly.
And that does 22 points of damage.
22, nice. Just for anybody else to be aware, if you're not using a magical weapon that deals, if you're not using a weapon that deals magical damage, any damage besides bludgeoning, physical wise, he is immune to. Just so you're aware.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways,
that is my turn.
as that ends your turn, you start to breathe, and then from behind you, your great rapier, there's a strike at you with advantage because he is flanking. As the Shadow Marius comes up to you. You said your AC was 19?
18.
18?
19? 19.
19, okay. Damn! He just can't hit you. He goes to strike you, and you manage to you manage to sidestep his attack again, as he almost goes flying into the. He actually goes flying into the Strider. And you see him disappear with a ripple, and then he gets shot out about 10 feet directly behind you again. Anyways, that ends Shadow Marius' turn. Ruby.
Mm-hmm.
What's your first spell on your first level spell slots?
False life.
Not quite.
Well, shield, but false
hang
life.
on a second, not quite.
What, Marius?
Okay, as a scout, I have a skirmish that
I can't hear you. What are you saying?
with me. I now use
Yeah, you're cutting out a lot.
okay.
Yeah, you're cutting
As a reaction, I'm gonna use skirmisher.
Okay. To do what?
Sound test. Okay. As a reaction, I'm gonna use skirmisher because I'm a scout. And this asshole came within 5 feet of me, so
Well, he's been within
I'm gonna
5 feet
use
of
that
you.
to dodge around.
He's been within 5 feet of you. He hasn't moved within 5 feet of you. He has been within 5 feet of you.
Hey, I'm still gonna use Skirmisher, and I'm gonna dodge around to get behind the Nightmare Strider. Put the Nightmare Strider.
The Nightmare
Yeah.
Strider is not the one who moved.
That's
Okay, Captain. Just have to cut him off.
right.
So you can't use your reaction to do that at the moment because he has not moved.
Just as
Christ, let me-
Right, but as long as you can move up to half your speed as a reaction when an enemy is ends in within. Okay, I can do this. Sorry.
Yeah, it's not its turn right now.
Go ahead.
Well, you can. Let's see here. You can technically move because the shadow version of you ended their turn within 5 feet of you. Do you want to do that?
Well, yeah, no, okay. It ended its turn 10 feet away from me.
No,
So
Jesus.
technically, but
5 feet.
5 feet from you.
what? Okay, that is the end of my turn.
Okay,
Moving
yeah,
along.
whatever. I'm. So, False Life is the first spell on your thing. Ruby?
Yep. Well, shield is technically, but false life is the
Yeah.
first. That's an action.
One action. Okay. Yeah, it'll cast False Life on itself, the version of you. That'll end its turn. It does not absorb one of your spell slots, so you're not covered in the goop. Gesh. You're covered in goop.
trying to free myself.
You can make an athletics check to try and free yourself. Remember, you're prone at the moment, so you'll have to stand up, too.
Yeah. Little question. Does that count as grappled?
You are grappled, restrained, and technically silenced.
Okay, that is the point because I get advantage when I'm grappled.
You guys need new
Free.
mics, guys.
Sorry.
Honestly, I think we all just have shit luck today.
15.
15? Nope.
Aww.
So, as you try to break out of the grapple, you're getting close and close, but it almost constrains you. As you have failed to break out, you do suffer 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
I'm gonna die. Yeah. I'm gonna die.
Do you want to try to do anything else, Skesh?
Can I do anything else is the question. I don't think so.
You can always try to do something.
Everything I can requires either verbal or somatic components.
Okay, so that ends your turn. If you would like to, you could like roll off of the bed.
Okay, that's something I will do.
Okay, you roll off onto the floor, breaking your face a little bit, but the goop is now still on you. Actually, make me, because technically the goop is on you and the bed. Make me an acrobatics check as you roll onto the floor.
Okay. I don't think I get advantage in that. So that's still pretty high. 22.
22. You roll off the bed, and the goop is trying to, it's being pulled by gravity. So as you get down, you feel all of your clothes on the top of your body are pulled off as the sheets glide off your back, and the goop does pull off your clothing with it, but you are now standing there, completely naked, except for, like, your boxers, basically. Able to stand up on your face now, and you're just like, you're still, mouth is covered, but the goop on your chest is now on the ground with the bed sheets.
Okay, do I still have action?
No, you
Yes.
used your action to do both of those things, basically.
Yay, and I don't have jack shit on bonus action.
It is a shadow version of you starting to get ready to cast a spell at you.
Okay. Could I use a bonus action to basically put on the face to break him up?
Yeah, you could use a bonus action to.
Not just on his face.
Shit on his face?
I mean,
What?
basically slap my hand on his face.
Sure. Make me an unarmed strike.
Okay. 17.
Okay. You don't deal damage, but.
I know.
What is your Constitution saving throw?
Why?
Yeah.
Should I roll one?
No. What is your Constitution saving throw bonus?
6.
Okay. You see, as he's starting to cast the spell, you slap him, and the spell fizzles. You also do, as you slap him, suffer 3 points of necrotic damage. Anyways, that ends your turn. Zeus, Shadowy. Roll me perception checks with advantage.
Honk shoe. Honk shoe.
I think you mean.
Alright, that's 22.
22? Okay.
Alright, first roll is a 10.
Wrong channel.
Oh, whoops.
You no longer have advantage. No, I'm fucking with you.
Yeah.
Alright. First one, nat 20. Not 20, dirty 20.
Dirty 20?
Yep.
Okay. And the next one?
The next one, the 10.
Yeah. You both managed to wake up if you'd like to roll initiative for me.
Yay!
I did not hear that.
Initiative.
Roll initiative and.
14.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So. Let's see. A
21.
14 and a 21. Okay. Your initiative bonus is 3, so you're gonna go after Gesh's shadow. Okay.
Hmm.
We go. Ragnos. 21. And then you got a 14?
Yep.
Okay. At this point, as both of you are starting to get these vicious nightmares that are ripping at your minds and starting to damage you heavily, you awaken and you see that shit's going down. At this point, the Nightmare Strider, noticing you're all awake, is going to increase in size a bit more as it hits against the roof and starts to congeal itself across the roof as its body spreads and starts to contain the entire room in a dark and inky shadow. As it traps you in here.
So I wasn't here for this thing being initially described, so it's a gooey creature with a
So,
humanoid
no,
face.
it's, think of like a 12 to 15 foot tall human that's hunched over in this 12-foot room, and its hands are dragging on the floor while it's hunched, and it doesn't have hands or feet, they're just pointed spiked feet and hands, and it's just completely black shadow like ink, and there's just this pale white humanoid face.
Okay.
That doesn't seem, it could just move around the body at will. It's almost like a Studio Ghibli character.
Right.
And it is creating more of these creatures. At this point, you watch as no more shadow creatures are created. At this point, Shadow Gesh's turn. Gesh, what's your first damaging spell on your list? Besides cantrips.
And that would be my jump. It's
What?
Magic Missile.
Magic Missile, okay. As you slap it, as it was starting to cast a spell, it's then going to look around and see Marius has been doing a lot of damage. It's going to cast Magic Missile at Marius. What kind of spell levels do you have? Actually, no, you're no longer bound by it, so never mind. It's going to do it at first level. Marius, you don't have shield, do you?
No, I can't cast spells and still use my sword, so yeah.
You
I
can.
am totally spellless.
You take 6
You
points of
can?
force damage. As 3 missiles. Actually, sorry, it'd be changed to necrotic damage because they are gonna have shadow versions of this. As these 3 inky kind of spikes hit into you, and you just feel the necrotic energy pour into you as you take 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage.
Yeah,
All
no
right.
Um,
Damn it. Gotcha.
The creature is then gonna look back towards you, Gesh, who just slapped it, and it's gonna slap you. Gesh, does a 15 hit your AC?
Yes.
Alright, it just slaps you.
Hurts.
For 0 damage.
Yeah. Ragnos. Oh, sorry, go ahead, Gesh. Go ahead, Gesh.
Never mind.
Ragnos. At this point, you are affixed to the top cot by this, like, gluey substance that's just holding you on to the sheets of the bed. Your mouth is covered by this same substance.
I'm somewhat annoyed because, of course something attacked us in the night. Alright, probably should have stayed up to actually check. And being pissed off, Ragnos is going to try bursting out. Also, I assume I'm unarmored because I'm asleep.
Yeah, mind you, anybody that was sleeping, no armor on.
Yep.
Okay.
Ah, well.
Luckily, I don't
Doesn't
wear
bother
it.
me.
Yeah. Anyway, so as you
Okay.
are you trying to break out of this?
Break out.
I will mention it's an inky, like a shadowy substance. It almost feels like glue.
Okay.
Okay, make me an athletics check then.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm trying to think of what you'd be implying with that. I guess I could try burning it, but that'd probably hurt a lot as well.
You got fire resistance.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try breaking out of it initially.
Okay,
This
go
would be
ahead
my
and make
first
me an athletics
reaction.
check.
Okay, so that's a dirty 20.
You break it and it shatters, and as it hits the walls that are now made of this strange goo as well, it almost ripples into it. I will say, everyone looking at the walls at this point can see that the walls are starting to ripple and almost move like waves, and you can start to see that some parts of it are forming spikes that are being pulled backwards like springs. Anyways, continue your turn, Ragnos, as if you just use your action, you're on top of your top cot. You still have your movement
Okay. Okay.
and your bonus.
I'm gonna ask, what do we know about this fucking thing?
Your mouth is still covered.
Oh. I could use my bonus. I could use my bonus action to remove that.
You can make a strength saving throw or a charisma saving throw at the end of your turn.
I was trying to get rid of this.
Oh, I did.
So I guess right now I'd probably go get my weapons because I don't know that this thing is immune to non-magical weapons.
I would assume you have new people in the same room as you. I would assume you kept your weapons on the side of your bed, like leashed onto it, so they're within reach.
Okay, so So I'm just gonna grab my hand. I'll just grab my pack or something and
Okay.
get my hand axes and sword. I'll
Right.
try.
You grab them.
You can use my Hexblade warrior feature on the long sword, and with that in mind, I have this shit on my face. But I have a bonus action available, and the shadows and the Nightmare Strider is within 30 feet of me, I assume.
It's the entire room, so yes.
Yeah, okay, in that case, I'm gonna Hexblade curse this bitch.
So does the creature have to be a certain size larger than you? For it not to work?
For Hexblade's curse.
Yeah.
It's just a curse I put on an enemy.
Okay. Everyone watches as the dark greenish black of the Nightmare Strider suddenly turns completely pitch black. And, by the way, the moonlight that was once pouring in here, giving any sense of light, there's no light in here. So anybody without dark vision's fucked. Anybody with dark vision, you're also kind of fucked here. Anyways.
Alright. Okay, so that would be... I guess, can I see where my friends are?
Yeah, you can
I'd
see them running around and you can hear them.
Okay. Because I still have some movement left. So yeah, surveying the battlefield. Wait, is this on roll 20?
No.
Okay. Yeah, surveying the battlefield.
Mind
I'm
you,
probably
no
gonna try
fireballs. You should not use fireball. It's a 20 by 20 room. And then 12 feet tall.
No, I'm not gonna use that. I'm not high level enough to use fireball.
Okay.
I will fireball.
And also,
No.
I've used my action, so I can't use it anyway.
I'm just letting anybody who might have it know. Actually, Gesh, do you have fireball?
No.
Don't lie to me.
Can you
I
give
really
me
don't.
fireball?
I have worse things than fireball. If he uses that, trust me.
Okay, good.
I guess I'm gonna fly
Uh,
towards the middle of the room so I can, if for my next turn, I can move to a safer place or a place that wherever I need to be tactically.
Okay,
I'm
Ragnos.
just gonna get control of the
As you
middle.
begin to fly into the center of this space, you all watch as the rooms, like spring-based loaded spikes that it was making on the walls, all become, the entire wall becomes like spikes. At this point, it has gained layer actions
Oh.
because it has become the layer. At this
Oh
point,
wait, should I do that strength for charisma save?
yeah,
at the end
strength
of
or
my turn?
charisma save, please. Strength is going to
Okay.
require higher, just so you're aware.
Okay, I'm gonna make a charisma save then.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
+8. There we go. Alright.
So flat strength
24.
save.
What'd you roll?
24.
On what?
Charisma save.
Okay, yeah, you completely succeeded. It just disappears. You start to breathe, you're like, what the fuck? And then the walls suddenly send spikes out towards you. I need everyone to make me dexterity saving throws.
Okay, that's the other thing I'm good with.
And Zeus, you are
I'm
technically
not good at those.
Zeus, you are technically prone, so you have disadvantage.
That's great.
Does that count as acrobatics?
No,
No.
No, I'm
6.
actually not good at dex.
Alright. You know, fuck it, I'm using my inspiration I got from a video to reroll that.
It's almost like an Iron Maiden here.
I'm rerolling that with an inspiration.
Sure.
That
Alright.
means I only get
Rolling
a +7.
Alright,
You mean
that's
Flames
15.
inspiration, or what do you mean by inspiration?
Plus thing, I have a DM's inspiration from a while back.
Oh, okay, yeah, I forgot about that. Good job.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
I
pretty.
critically fail.
Alright,
I will
so,
use my
A
chronometer shift
total
to
of
reroll.
4.
you guys are all talking at once. Ruby, what did you roll?
Total of 4.
Okay, you fail. Wait, is that a natural one?
No, it's a natural 3.
Okay, it's still a critical fail though, because it's 10 below, at most,
Yeah.
at least. So, Gesh, what did you roll?
I did roll a 10, but I am using chronometer shift to reroll.
Okay, go ahead.
And now it's a dirty 20.
Alright, that's a success. Marius, what did you roll?
14.
Okay, that is a failure. Shadowy, what did you roll?
15.
That's a failure. Zeus, what did you roll?
11.
That is a failure. So, the only one that succeeds is Gesh then, right?
Oh no, I only have 19 health. I am screwed.
And you critically failed, so, Ruby, you're gonna take double this. Everybody else takes the damage.
Please be low.
Die.
Please be low. Please be low.
You're gonna probably instantly die.
Everyone takes 13 points of necrotic damage. Ruby, you take 26.
And I take half.
If only I.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gesh,
I
you
assume
take
shield
none,
would-
Gesh. It's
Ah.
suck or save, Gesh.
Save or suck.
Would
Yeah,
shield have reduced that?
Shield.
Just a
I
quick
will allow
question. I
shield to
mean,
have it.
with all these spikes and necrotic
Alright,
damage,
reaction shield. I have 6 health left.
Okay, sorry, Marius, what were you saying?
with all these spikes flying around, does my rage actually help in the situation?
No.
If I'm gonna shield to half it, then I'll go with that.
It's like being stuck in an Iron Maiden, basically.
Ooh.
But it's a spring-loaded
Well,
Iron Maiden.
rage would give me resistance,
Not
yeah,
to
so you take
necrotic,
half.
not to
piercing
necrotic.
damage.
Oh, wait.
So
This is
that's
necrotic
that's why
damage.
I'm asking.
Yeah, they are inky, shadowy spikes, as I mentioned.
Okay, just check.
Yes. Anyway, so as these spikes suddenly rescind, mind you, they're not big like round spikes. They are thin needle-like spikes, and there's thousands of them through the room. So as they stab into a few of
Oh,
you
God.
and siphon the life force, it doesn't heal.
I will note I used the shield to produce it.
Okay, reduce it half damage. Okay, if you want to use shield, you can reduce it by half the damage. By the way, anybody wondering? Zeus, what did you roll again? Sorry, you rolled a 10?
11.
11. Okay, never mind. You didn't critically fail. Anyways, Ruby, Colin, as you get stabbed and create a shield to not die, what are you doing?
I am going to.
Oh, by the way,
Say
at this point,
yes.
your silence ends from the screech.
I'm going to YOLO and dispel magic.
On what?
Uh,
Your mother.
I forgot its name. The thing that became the lair.
The Nightmare Strider?
Yeah.
Okay. The only magic effect taking part of it is mage armor, so you dispel mage armor.
Mm.
You watch as the extra blacky inky armor that's on it just fades.
Could be something.
Yeah, now its AC is not 21.
Huh.
Well,
Then your turn.
Hold on. I'm trying to.
So Colin,
None of
you
these
reach
are.
your hand out and you just pull the extra shadow from it. As you're just like,
Yeah.
as it just like leaks like ink from your fingers, you shake it off.
Yeah, I don't have any bonus action spells
Okay.
or cantrips. So.
Ends Ruby's turn unless you would like to move.
Yeah, I'm going. Wait, is the door covered in shadow?
Yeah, you're trapped in the room. There's literally just black shadow walls. Basically Elden Beast from Elden Ring, basically.
Wait, I have an item interaction still, so I'm going to light a torch.
You would have to pull out a torch with your item interaction first.
Right, I pull out a torch.
And then you use your bonus action to light it.
Yes.
Alright. You go to light it, and it lights. End of your turn.
Yep.
Alright. It is now Rockman's turn. Rockman,
Yeah.
you wake up. You're bound to your bed. You have something over your mouth. You just got stabbed by needles. And the room is dark. You see, everyone is fighting against themselves. What are you doing?
Alright, let's see my options at 12 HP. Wait, no, wait. I gotta swap out those temporary hit points. Actually did come in handy immediately. There we go.
Yeah, did you guys all get rid of your temporary HP before you... Anybody who ate?
Oh yeah. Thanks for the reminder.
Yeah, I remember that. It got taken out by that trap.
Yeah. It did. So what are you doing, Rock?
Alright! Okay! What to do? So currently in the
Actually,
room.
I'm gonna roll it because you are a heavy sleeper. Yeah, as you're like sitting there trying to figure out should I rip these things off, your bed breaks and you fall through to the ground, no longer restrained.
I was gonna say, did you? Am I a literal heavy sleeper?
Mm-hmm.
Great. That's so now you're making puns. Awesome.
Yeah, he slept like a rock.
Your character is a heavy sleeper, my character is an airhead.
Okay, so
And he's
Currently-
currently out of the clouds.
currently within the room, how many targets are there?
If you don't count the shadows that look like your friends, 0.
Okay.
You can tell which ones are shadows and which ones aren't, but you don't know why they're
Right.
shadow versions of your friends.
All right. I'm going to. Yeah, I'm taking action here.
Okay? Are you standing up?
Yeah, I'm standing up.
You crawl from underneath the cot, 5 feet of movement, stand up for 15 more. You can make it to most of the enemies, so I'm not even going to require movement checks here.
Gotcha. Let's do this. Okay. I am going to swing on the nearest creature. I don't. I'm pretty sure it doesn't super matter which one I hit.
Alright, the other one would be Geshes.
Gotcha. I'm gonna help out Gesh.
Okay?
I got you, buddy. I'm gonna swing on that one.
Okay, go ahead and make
Alright.
an attack roll. Gesh, what's your AC?
13.
13? Alright, do you have shield?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
'Cause I'm a fucking wizard. But if I'm not.
Shit.
What's your
Uh, I have to tell you, you have shield.
You definitely are within like flanking of all your friends because like you're all in a small group.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
So we roll a natural 20 here. Ooh, 20
Okay.
total? Okay, yeah, you hit.
Yay! I'm going to branding smite him.
Okay.
Let me just make sure what that actually does. Okay, perfect.
He needs to make a saving throw, doesn't he?
No, there is no saving throw, but if it was invisible, it becomes visible, and now it sheds dim light for 5 feet, and cannot become invisible via spells.
Okay, is this fire damage as well added?
This is radiant.
Okay, radiant damage. Okay, go ahead and roll damage.
I'll roll the radiant damage for you first, just to get
Okay.
that out of the way.
Okay, roll that.
8.
Okay.
And now I'll roll the 15.
Yeah, casting.
I automatically outcast. I can't.
Oh
Not.
yeah, right.
Alright. Then 7 slashing. Yeah.
Okay, slashing damage does nothing. Actually, no, it's a magical weapon, so yeah, it does. So you
Yay!
deal 39 damage to this creature. Gesh, what is your current HP?
Current
Yes.
is it's 43.
Okay. The creature perishes. And Gesh, you are lucky that you no longer are trapped by that goo. Because you watch as the goo that was trapping you suddenly bursts as if spikes shot out from it.
Okay, good.
Just so you know, had any of you still been stuck in that goo, and a creature takes damage that is a shadow version of you, you take the damage as well.
I would have fucking killed him.
Mhm.
I do so much damage.
I will say the radiant damage seems to heavily afflict them.
Oh, that's
Oh
great.
yeah.
Out of character,
At least
4
for-
times the damage.
Gotcha.
That's a lot.
Anyways, as this creature just explodes, anything else on your turn?
I'm going to, as a bonus action, just in case. What can I do? I'm gonna cast Blade Ward.
Okay. I don't know
Maybe
what the
for
fuck
the-
that does.
Me either, actually. Hold on.
Resistance to bludgeoning,
Actually-
piercing, and slashing damage.
Ruby, does your character have a counterspell?
Please.
Ruby?
He doesn't. No, he does not. It's a 3rd level spell, and the only 3rd level spell I have is Dispel Magic.
Gesh, do you have counterspell?
No.
Okay. What is your 3rd level spell, Gesh? Oh,
Bells, minute, meteors, and pulse wave.
Okay, good enough, good enough.
But the shadow is the target, isn't it?
Yeah, it's dead.
So it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Anyways,
And
anything
yeah,
else?
last turn, I'm going. Can I see my brother?
You can. You can also see
Okay.
another version of him. Oh wait, no, you just killed the other version of him.
Yeah. I'm gonna turn to him. Get your ass up.
I am up.
Oh, you are up. Oh, I thought.
He's just that
No,
short.
yeah. You know what? In character, I'm keeping that. I'm gonna say get your ass up because I think he's sitting down. I forgot how short he is.
We got the brains and the brawn, okay?
That's what I wanted to say.
And in turn, Marius,
Wanted to say.
you no longer see the tall, lanky creature, but you do see the other version of you behind you. The entire room is coated in this black liquid, almost creating a barrier you can no longer escape from.
Okay, is the window open?
The what?
Has it tried to seal the window?
It has completely blocked view of the room itself from you guys. You guys are in a box of blackness, of black sludge. There is no window, there's no door. The only thing you can see are the bumps. You can't see the floor or the roof or the walls.
And I have no target to attack this creature with, right?
I mean,
Unless I'm literally hacking it.
your character can attempt to hack at the floor and the walls and shit.
Fuck it. I'm for the wall.
You're gonna attack the wall? Alright. You take your rapier and
I'm
stab
gonna
at the
attack
wall. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
I mean, it's a wall, so I'm guessing that it's not that hard to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
12. Okay. Your rapier hits and almost like
It's a wall.
elastic glue sends it nearly flying out. You can't be disarmed, so you let go of the weapon and it missiles towards the Rockman, but you catch the metal, the amorphous metal, like a leash and pull it back to you. Rockman, you turn around and there's just like a single rapier's like point, like maybe 2 millimeters from between your eyes.
me.
Sorry, I just imagined that something that close to my face. Ugh.
This is very strange.
You catch it again.
I'll pull it back.
Okay. Because you technically can't be disarmed.
Yeah,
so-
yeah, I can't. Unfortunately, I do any damage when I hit the wall at all because it's a wall.
It's the creature has spread its body to encapsulate you guys basically, and its body, you didn't roll high enough to pierce through its defenses, so all that happened was it sponged out like a fucking trampoline and sent your weapon
Okay,
flying.
well, that sucks.
Yeah.
And I suppose because I'm in a room, I can't bonus action hide at this point.
At the moment, there's nothing really to hide behind.
Me, I'm a wall.
Actually, I'll
I
say
kinda-
go ahead and re-roll that attack roll, because technically everybody's within flanking of that creature. Technically.
Alright, I think I have an idea of what I'm gonna do.
Do I count as 3/4 cover?
You count as a boulder.
Yeah.
So when I'm behind you, I'm just behind full cover.
Yeah. So what's your next roll, Marius?
Ah,
my God.
22.
Okay, yeah, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage. So, I retract the boing a boing a boing. We'll say you
So
do
I
it.
didn't almost.
We'll say you stab it, it bounces out of your hand, and the Rockman turns around, you're like, duck, you yell duck, he ducks, and it stabs into the other wall. Before you pull it back.
Alrighty, roll some damage.
20, oh my god.
Is-
Alright, I think I know what I'm doing next. I know what Ragnos is doing next.
Good for you.
Darts into the other wall as you pull it back to your hand and hold on to it. Do you want to say anything to try and bolster your allies here?
Ooh, I mean,
Move, you asshole! Scare the thing.
Alright, make me just a general persuasion check.
It's very simple-minded.
you cut for me. You cut out a
all
little bit.
I heard was moo.
All I heard was Romoma.
I think I have proficiency with that.
All I heard was
Talk about
Romoma.
playing a furbolg, the cow people.
Moo! You motherfucker. Honestly, I'd be inspired by that. I love eating food. I'm hungry still.
Hungry? I was hungry once. They invited me to a feast with meats and greens. And greens make me hungry. Hungry.
Man straight up went Big Mac Whopper and it's gonna inspire everyone.
Alright.
Hamburger, cheeseburger,
What's
Big
your
Mac
charisma
Whopper.
bonus, Marius?
I have a -1, but I also have proficiency for sweet. I did roll this.
I know.
Don't seem.
So your -1, I will say
That's a
it's min-
15.
I will say it's a minimum of 1. So everyone gains a +1 circumstance bonus on whatever your next roll is on your next turn. After that turn, that bonus disappears.
Alright.
Only on one roll though. Anyways, at this point he yells out, "Move it, you basically sack of shit," kind of thing. Whatever he said fully, I can't remember.
Boo.
But does that end your turn, Marius?
That ends my turn. Yes, there's nothing else.
All right. At this point, after Marius, the shadow version of you, takes out his weapon and tries to stab at you. Technically, you are flanked. Jesus Christ, man, it can't hit you. It keeps trying to strike you, but you keep sidestepping it. This time, as you pull back your weapon, you just deflect the weapon as it goes flying out of its
I
hand.
like it that way.
And it does the same thing you did, pulling it back to itself. That ends its turn. Ruby,
Mm-hmm.
what spell did you recently cast?
False Life was the last one.
No, what did you recently cast?
Oh, me? Dispel Magic.
Okay. Does anybody have a magical effect on them?
The creature doesn't know, so
I have Blade Ward.
Oh yeah. It's gonna look towards the Blade Ward, and it's just gonna cast a spell magic.
You don't even do physical damage, you motherfucker! My character's an idiot, doesn't know what's happening.
It doesn't want you to boost yourself.
Oh,
And plus, these aren't intelligent creatures.
Right.
Anyways, Gesh, Airman,
yes.
it's your turn.
Yeah. So the big creature has become.
It's become the room.
So it can't dodge really well.
It still has an
So-
high AC, but it can't dodge.
But I mean in terms of dex saves.
We can see.
So I'm going to cast Mouse Creatures. They are now 6.
You're casting static. Repeat what you're saying.
You know, Synaptic Static's a bit of a high-level spell.
Hello?
What are you casting?
Mel's Minute Meteors.
Is that a third level spell?
Yes.
Okay, so what happens here?
There are now 6 little meteors floating around me. And it's a section I can hurl 2 at enemies.
Okay, you're gonna hurl 2 at the creature.
It's basically a 5 feet radius, so I'm making it that as many enemies as possible are within it.
So here's the problem. You're in a 20 by 20 box. All your friends and all the enemies are within 5 feet of each other, basically.
Or I just point towards the roof at the single creature and nobody else gets it.
Okay, Ragnos is up there.
I was saying I flew down to be with you guys.
Okay, I didn't know that. My bad. Sorry. So, as you send these 2 meteors up at the roof, it needs to make a dex save, right?
Dex save.
Okay, the first one is a 9.
Fail.
Second one is a 19.
That saves.
Okay,
So for the
so
first one,
I will say this. It'll take the damage of the second one too, I think, right? Or does it just automatically take no damage?
it's half.
Okay, it'll take that damage, but it is going to send the meteor back at you. That's how I'm going to flavor it. It's not going to do any damage, it's going to, like, land next to you is the only problem.
How? It's not safe or suck. It's you take damage and if
Listen to what I just fucking said.
No, sorry.
It is still going to take the damage. I'm just going to flavor it as because it succeeded, it's going to send the shrapnel back at you and
Sorry.
miss.
Yes, sorry.
Anyways, continue.
Okay. For the first, it gets 9 damage.
Okay, and is that all bludgeoning damage?
It's fire.
Fire. Okay, so that is 18 damage.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh no. Oh no.
So for the second, it takes 10.
Okay, so that's doubled to 10. Okay.
Yes.
As these... Well, hold on.
10.
You did half damage and then doubled up again, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So it adds to 10 and then doubles it plus to 5 and then it's to
Yeah.
10.
So, as the meteors go flying, they explode and it sends the fire back down as you guys manage to just dodge out of the way of it without having to do anything. Does that end your turn?
Yes.
Okay.
No, you don't.
What?
Never mind.
Alright, at the end of your turn, it is now 0. Let's see here, last one's to wake up. Never mind. It's gonna be the Nightmare Strider's turn. At this point, you all hear... I think I said wisdom saving throws? Yeah, wisdom saving throws, please.
Oh god.
Oh god.
All
The
right.
Screech rings out once more.
17.
Okay. That's a success. Just barely.
Oh wait, yeah, there we go. All right.
7.
7? Ruby, you
Alright,
got a 7?
Yeah.
That's another critical fail.
Okay.
Uh,
That's a 19.
What is your last?
what?
Your
I have a +1
To what?
with saves.
Yeah, everyone's
That's
making
what
a whiz
Gesh was
save.
asking.
Alright. Shadowy, you
I got a
succeed.
17.
Marius, you barely succeed.
This is the same as
It's the save or suck one, yes.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna be nice and use my reaction to make Ruby roll this.
Okay, just to let you know, Zeus also critically fails.
You like me more? You like me more?
He has more than
Alright.
enough help.
What do you mean more than enough health? I
Say,
have
looking at his
22.
12.
Wait, then I'm gonna use it on Zeus, because brother. Sorry, Ruby, roll this.
Zeus,
Gesh.
Ruby, he's not using it on you because his character is using it on his brother, he said.
Yeah.
Makes much
Yeah.
more sense.
Alright. So I get a reroll.
Yeah, you get a
Yes.
reroll.
All right, it's probably not gonna like. You know what? It's not fine. I'm gonna work. Okay, where's your 7?
Still a critical fail. Yep, that was a waste. Anyways, so everyone else succeeded and takes no damage. As this scream rings out, it rings through your ears and you feel your life force being drained. Zeus, Ruby, you both take double this damage. It is the 5d10 is going to be thunder damage, and the 3d6 is going to be necrotic. So if you have any resistances, remember that. So 44 increased to 88.
Wait,
Thanks
hold
for
on.
I'm
that.
just flat out dead.
How much health do you have in total, Ruby?
Max of 40.
Okay, so 40, and you're at how much HP?
6.
Okay, yeah, you're flat out dead.
I am also instantly dead.
Zeus, what's your max HP?
55.
55, and how much HP are you at right now?
22
22.
minus 88, which will be negative 66. Not
Okay.
yeah.
So, as this rings, you watch as both your allies suddenly just fall unconscious. You're not sure if they're living or not. End of its turn. Ragnos, you watch as two of your allies that you just flew down to, like, see if they're okay, suddenly just, their ears start to bleed heavily and they just fall to the ground. They start to have seizures on the ground, specifically.
Marius, you know how this thing seems quite gooey. Is it immune to weaponry at all?
I'm using a magic weapon, so
Eh.
if I recall correctly, it is.
Oh, as Ruby falls to the ground,
Um,
actually.
We were informed by the DM that
Yeah,
bludgeoning
because
damage
I
works
did
with that.
actually have a torch out.
Yeah, that's what I was just rolling for. The creature takes...
I'm just saying because Ragnos was asleep for a
8,
lot
okay.
of this, so I'm not sure if he would know how much he'd know about it.
Yeah, you don't know much about it.
Okay.
Asking is gonna take...
Use a magic weapon.
He says use a magic weapon, okay.
Okay.
Use a magic weapon. Or perhaps heavy.
Alright.
So what are you
So
doing?
with that... Okay, so with that, that would just be all the speaking I do this turn. And since I know I need a magic weapon, I unfortunately can't attune to the new longsword, but it is technically a magic weapon.
Technically, you could have attuned to it... Oh, wait, no, you can't because of the requirements.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
But I could use it because it is magical. I could just wield it,
So-
but not get its benefits.
The thing is, doing so, you're only going to be dealing 1 plus whatever you're using for the attack. You won't even be able to do that. It'll just be doing 1 damage per turn, specifically.
Alright, so it would...
And you wouldn't
so
be
I
able to
was
use
feeling
your...
it would-
You wouldn't be able to use your Embers through it.
Yeah, so basically it would refuse me is the problem. Okay.
Yes.
So, I consider that, and I do see that this creature is... I see this creature has been...
It seems to not like fire, and it seems to hate radiance.
Like, okay, so that's the thing. Brian was just considering if he should, because he has a plan. He's thinking of stabbing his sword into it, encoding it in Crimson Flame, using the strike on it, and then afterwards, like the next turn he gets, he's going to use heat metal on his sword.
Here's
while
the
he
thing:
keeps it in the
your
ground.
flames, your embers, immediately create them for as long as they last. Make your weapon technically magical to overcome resistance.
Oh, actually, yeah, I know that. So that's
Yeah.
like, wait, if I know that, then I'm just gonna use my bonus action to coat it in Crimson Flames.
I will say it's because it's kind of like a spell-like effect. So dispel magic will work on it. Counterspell will not, because it's not specifically a spell.
Okay, but with that, I need to take off one of my embers. I have one left.
Okay.
And with that, yes, as I coat it in the Crimson Flame, I'm going to stab my sword into the ground.
All right, so you guys watch as he takes out his weapon. As he does, the sheath suddenly and ignites it with flame. As it passes through the torch, it suddenly coats in this blood-red flame. As he takes it and stabs it towards the ground. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Yeah, it's an advantage?
Yeah, because everyone's flanking it, and you're technically inside the creature.
Okay. Oh yeah, and also I have that extra +1. That's ADV. Okay. That's a nat 20 for 20. Oh
Okay.
my god.
20
Okay.
what? 20 what?
And now I'm gonna use
20
the
what?
Shale Strike.
20 what?
29.
29.
And
Yeah,
not
that's
20.
double crit.
Got it.
That's a double crit then. Which means you
Okay.
do 4 times the die. Any dice you roll, you do 4 times.
Okay. Excuse me, I'm just gonna recheck.
So, what that means is fire damage is technically 8 times the damage for this strike.
Alright. Give me a minute, just need to go check.
Radiant has been 16 times.
Okay, so that's gonna. Should I just roll that, then we multiply it after?
Yeah, roll your damage and tell me what is fire and what is not.
Okay, so this. Alright, so let's get the.
So you just roll the normal amount of dice that you would roll, and then we're gonna
I'd
multiply.
probably be guessing what I probably would have picked up my shield just to make sure. Yeah, I probably picked up my shield to make sure, so that's gonna be D8.
Oh, I forgot to mention what the shield was to you. My bad. I'll get that in a second.
Okay, but with that, so that is that's the slashing damage, and everything after this, okay, is gonna be that's 2d8 plus the 1d8, or the 2d4 plus the 1d4. So that's that's 3d4 plus the Shale Strike. So that's and the Shale Strike is.
Are you using a
1d4.
Shale Strike as well as the Blood Flame?
Yes.
Okay. So you got rid of
So yeah, just add.
you got rid of another Ember for Shale Strike, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that would be another 1d4 plus another 1d4 from Flame of Ambition.
Yes.
Okay. So that's another that
And remember
plus-
which one are fire damage, please.
plus 10. Okay, yeah, so that's including all that. That's including all that. Just making sure of that.
Hurt.
You might just one-shot this thing, just so you're aware.
Okay, yeah. So, oh yeah, that's that. Oh, let's get that. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I'm gonna just.
Just roll.
Okay. Okay. So the 5 and the 8, that would be 13. So
13
13 of that
Times
is
4
slashing
is
damage.
40, 52. So let me get rid of 52 first. Okay, that is
And the
the
rest.
slashing damage. It makes it magical. Then you deal 5, 9.
Actually, I think so.
Wait, why'd you
yeah,
add
so
plus
31
5
in
on the
total.
end there? Why'd you add plus 5?
From the Shale Strike.
Okay, so 9. That's all?
Actually, well, that's the thing. We have to. It's 31 in total. So
Well,
let me
hold
just
on,
do
hold
a
on.
little
Don't do that yet. 9 times 8 is... I can't fucking do math. 8, 16, 24. 24 times 3 is 60, 72?
Times 9 is 8.
72.
Yeah, and then there's the
72 fire.
other
damage.
9.
What other 9?
Guessing there was. Yeah, it's
Wait,
31
why-
total.
Okay, so sorry, I'm retarded. So that's 72 plus
Now
72
separating
is,
out the. Sorry, Gob, I was
140.
separating out the Crimson Flame and the Shale Strike damage.
So that's 144. Okay, so you dealt 144 plus 72, What's that?
All right, let me
Hmm.
check. 144 plus 70. That's
216.
216. Also,
Okay.
isn't what's the quarter of that? Let's just check.
Yeah, a quarter of 216.
All right, that's
It's like 50.
54 damage.
Okay. You,
That
you,
restore,
you
so-
receive 54 HP back.
Okay, so and that doesn't go over. Don't get temporary HP.
You don't.
from that, just
I
get
don't
normal
think so.
HP.
I don't think I mentioned that in the new one, right?
Yeah, so in that case, I'm just restored to full HP.
Okay. Let me just make sure though, just in case. I might have changed the version too, right?
Damn.
Yeah, and you can use it, and the blade remains still.
Yeah,
You
I'm
use
keeping it in there, and I'm gonna take my hands off.
Okay. You take your
Yeah,
hands
that's
off
the
the
thing. I
blade.
don't have a. Because that's the thing. I'm letting go of the blade and keeping it inside of this creature, and I'm
Okay.
gonna be preparing for my next turn.
Just so
and
you're
I'm gonna
aware.
be using.
The blood flame strike is still only on that weapon specifically.
Okay, in that case, I'm actually gonna keep the blade so I could use another blood flame strike.
Okay.
Actually, I guess I'll keep holding onto the blade so I can use a blood flame strike next turn.
Okay.
And
Everyone
Oh, I
feels a quiver through the room, but continue.
fuck, I should have used that as
Oh,
well.
wait, did
Okay,
I?
but that's too late.
Okay. Does that end your turn?
Yeah, it was too late to use my blade flourish with it.
Okay. Everyone feels a quiver through the room.
Should have mentioned that.
And at this point, you feel your feet begin to sink into the room, into the floor itself. I need everyone to make me Constitution saving throws except for Zeus and Ruby. You guys watch as Zeus and Ruby's characters just vanish.
Okay.
Dang. Second session.
Alright.
So Marius, Gesh,
15.
and okay, 15. Good. That's a
Oh, that's
failure.
only an 8.
That's a failure.
Hey, bruh.
Con saves.
Oh, Marius, you should have had advantage on that dex save earlier because it was something you could see. Wait, no, you're not high enough for barbarian. I'm stupid.
Oh
Jeez.
yeah.
No, you weren't not high enough for barbarian. So, anyways, 23. You
No, no, no,
succeed.
no. I have 2 levels in barbarian already.
Yeah, that gives you. That doesn't give you
Okay.
trap sense though, does it? Or danger sense?
I think it's level 2. Let's check.
I think it's level 3.
It gives me danger, so
Okay, yeah, but it doesn't matter. You're probably gonna kill
No.
this guy soon.
second level.
Anyways, so Marius, you're the only one who succeeds. So you manage to stay up on top as much as you can, and you don't feel the energy coursing through your body as much. Everyone else, I will say, if you want to use shield, Gesh, or Ragnos to try and keep yourself from falling in as much, you can take half the damage here.
If it
yes.
comes up at me, I'm gonna use another shield.
A 15 doesn't save, I suppose.
Yeah, 15 doesn't save. No.
Then I will use shield.
Okay, you guys take half the damage here then. Marius takes none. You would have taken 32, you only take 16 necrotic damage.
16, that's still a lot.
Tell me if that reduces you guys to 0.
Nope.
Alright, I'm
Okay.
at 39 HP.
And
I am at
you
43,
guys feel as if it's consuming you.
27.
27, okay. It does regenerate health from that, just so you guys are aware. Anyways,
Okay.
end of its turn. Well, end of that part of the turn. It is now skipping Ruby, skipping the rock. Marius, you watch as 2 of your allies fall unconscious and then become consumed by this wave and disappear. You watch as your other friends are starting to have their bodies completely consumed. What are you doing?
Well, I mean, logically, the only way to solve this issue is to kill the
Actually,
thing in
Marius,
front of me. So
at the
that's
start of
what
your
I'm
turn,
gonna do.
At the start of your turn, it's been long
I get
enough
an
for
extra
you.
plus.
It's been long enough for you, so let me do this before you do anything. Make me a perception check.
Perception. Perception is pretty good. Come on, Discord, stop fucking with me. Jesus.
I'll give you-
22.
I'll give you here. Let's go ahead and roll again.
22
Man,
is not
Gesh,
high
if-
enough? Damn.
Gesh, if only your fucking flame domain character was here, huh?
You mean him? He
Yeah.
can't do fire damage.
Yeah, he can.
How?
His domain of flame.
Just oh
Okay, I
yeah.
added a +1 there because I forgot to add the +1
Yeah,
to
no
the other
problem.
one. So it should have been 23,
Yeah, 23 is fine.
but
You're not sure, but everything seems weird. Ever since you woke up. It feels like your movement's been dragging. It feels like you're not exhausted even though you just woke up and you haven't finished your long rest. It feels like everything is making you jump. Everything's getting your senses on edge. Make me an intelligence check. Or sorry, make me a nature check or a survival check, your choice.
nature check.
Or survival, your choice.
Nature or survival? Well, they're both the same, so. We are trapped in a nightmare.
Yeah, that's what I thought myself.
You're not sure
Ah.
why everything seems
Yeah.
weird.
Other character we fucking know.
Okay,
Continue your turn, please.
we know. Okay, seeing that my friends are all dissolving into the floor, can I slap myself in the face?
You can. Nothing happens.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. Nothing happens. Okay, I'll call that an object interaction.
Yeah, that's an object.
Okay, no, I'm gonna attack the darkness again because
Go ahead.
this is pretty much all I can do at this point. And I don't see a way to wake anyone up. I've been shouting at them.
Well, your character doesn't.
I've
Your
almost-
character. Why are you saying waking people up? You're not. You're fighting a creature right now. Everyone's awake.
Hmm.
That was to see if your
Fair
character
enough.
would realize what's going on, and they don't. The 10 fails.
Okay.
Now I wished I wouldn't
I-
have used my chronological shift.
Don't you have 2 of those?
Yes, I
still would
used
have
one for
advantage.
not critically failing.
Wait, he's still critical.
Uh-oh.
Hit. 15. You're attacking the.
15.
Okay. You go to stab at the
I'm
wall
a-
again, and it bounces off.
Alright, well, that's pretty much all I can do right now.
All right.
I've used my bonus action, used my action, that's it.
Roll me a charisma save.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Charisma. My worst stat.
Man, you don't have a bad stat, I have the feeling.
Well, he's part rogue, so makes sense.
11.
Starting to feel a bit exhausted. Not to the point where you get in level exhaustion, but. Anyways, end of your turn. Shadow Marius is gonna attack
And
you
my
again.
turn. Brilliant, but
Jesus fucking Christ, bro.
Ah,
He hasn't rolled above an 8 on the dice. He goes to stab you and you just keep, like, deflecting his blows, man. Shadow Ruby
Well,
actually
there-
disappears. Actually, no, Shadow Ruby doesn't disappear
Oh.
because they're not connected to to Ruby because technically they're dead. Ruby, what are your second level spells?
Second level. Oh, you're going to hate these. Not you, Goblin, but
everybody else.
Oh wait, no, these are actually pretty tame because I have no second level attacking spells.
Okay, then what's your first level spells?
I only have one first level attacking spell.
What is it?
Magic Missile.
Okay, what second level spells
Oh,
do you have
fuck
that
you.
can control the battlefield?
Darkness, invisibility, and spider climb are the 3-second level.
Okay. The version of you is
Dark-
how many spell slots of 3rd level do you have?
2 total spell slots of 3rd level, and I assume they had cast. They have 1 spell slot left
Yeah.
of 3rd level.
You know what? Fuck your blade. It's gonna cast Dispel Magic on the thing that just dealt a shit ton of damage to it. Your Crimson Flame's gone. It looks towards it and just holds its finger out. This inky blackness seems to consume the flames.
Yeah.
Darkness would have covered the whole room.
Yeah, I know.
Magic Missile cast at 3rd level does a
I
ton
know.
of d4s.
You gotta realize,
Alright.
this creature
Okay,
just dealt over 100 damage to it.
216.
Yeah. And then the ruby shadow is gonna start running up to you, Ragnos, pulling out like a small staff that it has, like getting ready to hit you with it. Anyways,
Alright.
Gesh, Airman.
Yeah, I am gonna use my bonus action to again hurl 2 meteors at the creature.
Okay.
So 2 dex saves.
Failure. Actually, hold up. 16? Oh, sorry, not 16. 12.
Fail.
It's gonna use a legendary action. Or, sorry, legendary resistance to succeed.
Okay. The second one.
It fails, it's gonna use another legendary resistance.
So it's half damage.
Yes. So it's gonna be just normal damage, whatever you would have rolled. So just go ahead and roll. And we'll
Okay.
see the damage, yeah.
19.
19 total, okay.
Which is good. And then I am...
You see it, like, consumes the flames as well.
Okay, then I'm gonna use Mind Spec on it. It needs to make a wisdom save.
As you cast Mind Spike, there's this reverberation. I need you to make me a wisdom save.
Oh god, no.
It's
Against
almost
roll and save?
like, yeah, against your own spell save. It almost reverberates and creates this heavy feedback.
And I succeed.
Okay. Go ahead and roll damage and take half of it, right?
Yes. Motherfucker.
You
Motherfucker.
take 9 points of psychic damage.
I even rolled good on this.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Are you still conscious?
Yes.
Okay. Technically, because of the effect, you take 18, technically. It would have been 36.
18?
Mm-hmm.
Why? I saved.
Yeah, I know. It would have been 36. Because of an effect
Fuck.
the creature has.
Okay, I rather should have done something else. I wished I wouldn't have done this.
Psychic ain't good against it. Let's just say that.
I noticed.
Alright. You hold your head. You guys watch as the small individual looks towards it and suddenly holds the Xavier's, basically, Professor Xavier's their head, and smiles heavily before like feedback just hits them. They just regret
That's
it.
the fucking worst thing I could have done. I wished I would have done the one other thing I thought of.
Anyways, is that end your turn?
Yes.
Okay. The creature reappears before turning to a mist and escaping out the window. Does anybody here have Sentinel?
Not yet.
As it uses the disengage action and disappears out the window. Marius, your hands are starting to melt into a pool of water. I need you to make me a wisdom save. Gesh, as you're holding your head, you touch your head and it's starting to almost crush in on itself.
Just a quick question here.
Yeah?
Just a quick question. Do I get an op attack as it
No.
tries to fly out the
We
window?
use the disengage action. And Ragnos, as you're holding your sword, it's starting to bend and turn into a snake that's going to bite at you. I need all three of you to make wisdom saves.
Aw, of course. Alright.
Hit.
I was about to clap
16.
this motherfucker. I was about to use heat metal.
Okay, did anybody roll above 17?
No.
No.
Alright. You all take... technically... 7 increased to 14 points of psychic damage.
I'm down.
You guys watch as Gesh disappears.
So 14.
17. Did you say 17 points?
7
or
increased to
14 points?
14.
14 points. Okay.
Alright, got
That
25
puts me
HP
at
left.
35.
As you both are there, the serpent wraps around you, Ragnos, and you're trying to flee it off. It's frightening you at this point. Marius, your hands are melting, your arms are melting, your strength is waning. You feel like you're in a fat suit almost, as your body just starts to gain
Yeah,
more
we can hardly
weight.
hear you.
Yeah, you sound like a...
Marius, can you hear me?
Nope, still.
Quiet.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Better now.
You're fine.
Alright, so the serpent sword starts to coat around you. You
It's a little better now.
You are frightened of this thing, Shadowy, as it's starting to pull around you and tighten. Marius, your hands are melting and your muscles are starting to lose their bulging and you're starting to gain fat. You're starting to get less fit. Marius. This is
Playing with
definitely
keys.
in your mind. You immediately realize this is not real. If you would like to make me a charisma save.
Oh, charisma. My freaking dumb stat. God damn it. Four!
You are starting to lose your strength as you do suffer. 34 points of psychic damage.
Jesus Christ.
Are you unconscious?
Yeah, I'm down to 1 HP.
You're down to 1. Fuck. You feel your body is starting to wane. At this point, Ragnos, as you're frightened, I would like you to make me a charisma save. Actually, technically, that was the layer action, so... yeah, layer action. Skip them. Marius. Actually, no, because it would have been Ragnos' turn. Ragnos, what are you doing? Marius, that happens after Ragnos' turn. Ragnos, what are you doing?
Okay. So considering my
your sword has turned to a snake and starting to constrict you. You feel afraid of it. What are you doing?
That's a pretty odd thing to happen.
Yeah, you're
considering.
starting to realize this might just all be in your head.
With that in mind, considering this is an illusion, I'm wondering if that thing actually escaped at this point.
You're being
So, with
bound and
that-
constricted by this strange snake sword. And it's starting to glow with fire.
Yeah, this thing is an illusion. This thing's probably an illusion. Can I try to do something to break out of the illusion?
You can make me a charisma save. It'll end your turn.
Yeah, since I'm gonna try to figure that out. Okay. So, but with that, let's see. Yep, there we go. Okay. That's 22.
22. You managed to break the snake off. And your eyes flick open as you wake up in the room on your cot. We'll get back to you. Layer action happens. You took 34. Marius. Everything is starting to fall apart around you. Darkness is enveloping you. You can't see. Your eyes are starting to melt. Your hands are starting to melt. Your muscle is turning to fat. What are you doing? Everything is definitely an illusion at this point, you realize. But you're starting to get frightened in case it's not.
Well, at this point, I think I would have realized that this is not real, so I'm going to try and concentrate as hard as possible. And I'm going to try to wake up.
Alright.
And I'll double slap myself in the face, trying to wake up.
I will say,
No.
at this point, you definitely realize this is probably a nightmare. Roll me a charisma save with advantage.
Oh, charisma again. Why can't it be wisdom?
Because this is
I
trying
am
to
the
force
one.
yourself awake rather than stop anything from coming into your mind. It's already in your mind. This is your force of personality trying to wake yourself up.
Well, that could be wisdom. Wisdom could work.
Wisdom is more how I see it as blocking things from coming in. Or taking root,
Okay,
mind you.
17.
17. That's just what you fucking needed. The DC for this creature is 17. As you
Jesus.
shake it, you manage to pop your muscles out, and you awaken in your bed. And we're gonna take a break right there, because I really need to pee.
Yep.
Alright.
Alright, take a 5-minute break, and we'll come back and probably end the session soon.